Face me, Epic, or face me, Carlton's lawyers, you cowards.
Carlton's father is his lawyer.
In the show?
Yes.
Also in real life?
Never mind. I think he was a judge.
He was a judge.
Yeah.
He
Well,
started off as
he was
a lawyer.
a lawyer at the
Okay.
beginning, yeah.
He ran for judge. He got judge. But the man's dead now.
Oh,
In the character?
well, but I like our case.
The man.
The character has went on.
Yes, the man did not.
No,
I mean, the character would probably be dead too by now.
maybe. I mean, yeah, like
Yeah, I mean,
Will
he had a
Smith's
heart attack
father.
in the
Well,
show. He's
that's
probably
true.
had another one since the show's been done.
Yeah.
The character or the person had a heart attack?
The character.
character.
Oh. You can't.
The person also
can't.
died, though.
Yes.
Comes for us all.
He's the voice of Shredder. Did you guys know that in the Ninja Turtle show?
I did not,
In
no.
the show.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
What does Shredder sound like?
like Uncle Phil.
Oh. Slash. Talking.
Oh.
Oh, whoops. I almost said the last Talking Reckless, but this is the last Talking Reckless podcast of the year.
Important distinction.
Not, yes,
Yeah.
not the
Yeah, you gotta
last.
make sure. Stoked about this, you guys.
Yeah? I hope
Yeah.
you like it.
Yeah,
What's
me
on
too.
the other side of that sleeve? Is there another?
No,
Oh,
I
what
was
the
just-
fuck?
It's just
That's lame.
Eula.
That's lame. Really?
Yeah.
Weird.
Fucking Arthur Morgan.
Still don't believe me, do you?
No, I can see the text. That's just really strange.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah, that sucks, hey?
why would they put the EULA in there? A, who's going to ever read that? Who is going to pull the sleeve out and flip it to the EULA side?
Well, Matthew,
Legal document.
for the last Talking Reckless show ever.
We're just going to read it verbatim.
Yep.
Everyone listening is now legally obligated to agree
Companion
to this
app, is
EULA.
that something I should get? Did you
I
ever
heard
use-
good things about
I
that.
did not
I did
get
not
the
use it.
companion app.
I used it a little bit.
Heard it's a good map.
Yeah, it is a good map. It's a very good map. Because you can see where you are while
Whilst
still
you
being
go.
in like cruise mode, cruise control mode, which is cool.
You're gonna spend some time on cruise control mode. Bring a sandwich.
Sure.
Bring a
Yes.
sandwich.
Bring a pipe. Bring a
Oh, yeah.
something to do with your hands.
Yeah.
Some knitting. Talking Reckless
Cold King Reckless.
podcast. Oh, spoilers, sir. I just edited that before I came here, actually.
When do you plan on playing it?
I don't know. I think I'm going to save it until we're through the holidays, and then if we don't miss a show, then I'll just put it out. Because if we're going to miss one, it'll probably
I thought
be-
your tyrannical
next
ass was gonna give us a week off and just play that around the holidays. but
No, sir.
Here we are.
Tyrannical ass.
Nobody gets days off.
Motherfucking tyrannical eads.
Saying I got just junk in the trunk.
I got nothing to play. I need a new year to start.
Yeah, it's a coming. Let me tell you about Subnautica.
Yeah, I'm playing Subnautica right now. I think I'm starting to burn out.
Oh, shit, I did the last on the Discord. Whoops.
I don't know what to
Is it on
recommend to
Xbox now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't run very well, but Matt said it kind of maybe runs similar to how it runs on PC.
Yeah, it doesn't run. It runs okay, but like every now and again.
Whenever I break the surface of the water, it like freezes for a full second.
Yeah, it does that on PC too. Hey, Ninja. Oh,
It
thanks
looks
very
great
much, brother.
once it loads in, though.
Tier 1 2 months in a row. Thanks very much. I don't have the we're not at home. I'm not at home, so the things won't go off. But thank you very much. Yes. Yes. Merry Christmas.
This is going up when? Christmas Eve.
Monday. That's tomorrow.
Yep.
Christmas Eve is tomorrow.
Yep.
One of the
Y'all,
least listened to shows of the year.
y'all shopped. It's probably true.
Just
Biggest shopping day, worst podcast day.
Yeah, just like Monday Night Raw.
Yeah. Oh, you can't, sir. Sir,
Man.
our ratings are not the lowest they've ever been in Talking Reckless history.
It's true.
Not yet. We'll get there, though. We put out another...
That's why we're original cast. Matt's gonna.
Yep. The four
Bring us
an
McMahons
all-star
are
show.
back
Yeah.
here. I can't do it by myself anymore.
You guys are now the authority.
Yeah,
God.
That's right. You at home are the authority. Did you watch SmackDown after? Did I ask
A
you?
little bit.
Were all four of them on there too, doing the same thing?
I don't think all four of them were there, but
No.
I think it was implied that all four of them were in charge of it.
I saw a trailer for I don't remember the name of it. A movie about Paige, apparently.
So did I.
That looks pretty good.
I was kind of amazed. Like,
I think
this
that,
is the girl that was caught. Her shit got
Yep.
leaked. Her taken in the ass.
well, yeah,
And other things.
that's and other things.
Like
yeah,
Attaboy,
Xavier
Rock.
Wood.
I was kind of
Xavier Woods
Yeah.
was one of the ones she was taking.
I was kind of wondering if
Like
What? Where is that story going to end?
They're
When
just going to
she's-
overlook that.
When she's the champ, they're like, and that was the end. She ended the champ. She never lost the title. That
She
was it.
died.
Yeah. It's got Nick Frost and Steve Merchant, and
And The
She's
Rock.
got a good little story.
it's a good cast. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
All that other stuff.
Is Nick
aside.
Frost the Hot Fuzz guy?
Yeah.
Not Simon Pegg?
Not Simon Pegg. That's correct. The fat one.
Steve Merchant is the tall English guy?
That's correct.
Awkward?
Portal 2's Wheatley. He's in Logan. He's that bald guy, that bald mutant in Logan.
Yep.
It's good.
Calabasas.
Caliban. Yeah. I think that's right.
Maybe.
Is that first and last name? Or is that could either of those could be his
Caliban.
name?
Cal Abin.
Cal A. Ban.
Started playing Hitman, you guys.
Yeah? I saw that.
How's that? Do you pay for it?
Yeah.
Paid for the whole thing?
No, it was on sale.
Oh, yeah.
Hitman 2 or Hitman 1?
2.
2.
Ooh, what do you think?
Well, let's talk about it. Well,
Alright,
we can talk
we'll
about
talk
it. I
about
want to talk about
Sure.
Sure.
It's the first time Oliver's had a game to play in
know.
like
Yeah.
6 weeks.
it. A
so-
long time.
There's no-
that and Onrush, you guys.
Oh, boo!
I like it still.
Boo! Were you here when I?
Yeah.
thought you
Well,
liked
I
that
ran.
Rush.
Yeah, I turned on it.
I heard your scathing review last week
Yeah.
about
Me and-
matchmaking.
Me and Warren just downloaded it on the Xbox.
Onrush?
Eh.
For money? Oh, it's on Game Pass.
It's on Game Pass. Yeah.
If they put like a matchmaking system in there, that could be some real fun stuff.
It's working out in my favor, man. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm the fucking best at that game.
For now. For now.
I made it up to like Ace League, bottom of Ace League.
Yeah, keep playing.
Haven't been able to crack.
Keep playing.
Well,
Don't
whatever.
worry. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's real fucked.
Yeah, you guys-
takes a couple hundred games to get in there and start to be like, oh, this thing's broke. All right, let's start the show. Check. Hang on, somebody's clipping.
Check.
It's probably me.
Clip.
You were the only person talking when he said someone's clipping.
Somebody clipped, I should say. I don't know when they clipped. Beans. Okay, it's not me.
The
Outlaws.
magical fruit. The more you eat,
The more you toot.
What's that?
Outlaws
That's what it's all about.
To the end.
That's your new gang symbol.
What do you?
for life. How
Uh-oh.
come For Life didn't actually live on as well as the Too Sweet?
Is that also is For Life
like
also
this?
a wrestling thing? Yeah. What is it? A closed? It's just
No,
a fist. It's
you don't-
a fist bump with
For
the
Yeah.
thumb out.
Life.
Yeah, I can't remember. that at
NWO.
all. Yeah.
For
Yeah.
Life.
You got to remember, I didn't watch very much WCW.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, WCW is good.
It's the question of
Yeah.
the ages.
WCW
Not when
was
I got
good
into
for
wrestling.
about 10 months.
Yeah,
when they
well,
were like
they
really
were strong.
good.
They were
When I got into wrestling, WCW was like out. Like it was during the Invasion angle where they had already bought them,
I
and
think you'd mentioned
they were still an entity, but they were an entity controlled by the WWF.
There's been some interesting things that happened over the history of WCW. There
David
was a
Arquette won the title.
documentary.
Did you ever watch the Monday Night Wars?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was like the first thing on the network I watched.
Does that not like pique your interest about like what happened back then?
A little bit. Like I'm interested in it. It was before my
Right.
time as a fan,
Right.
so there's only so much you can kind of go back and suck up of that stuff.
I guess the Monday Night Wars is just like that in a nutshell.
Mhm.
That's probably the highlight reel.
That's what we want to see.
Yeah.
WCW kicked WWE's ass for a while, and then it flipped, and then they went away.
Anyways, they used to say NWO, which was the
Uh-huh.
New World Order.
Yep.
For life. That's what I was trying to.
For.
It says Outlaws for Life on here.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Out.
For. In laws.
It was more like for life because they started up and then
Yeah,
went
you,
down.
that would make
Yeah.
that would be a better. That would show better on TV probably.
Ah, well.
Huh.
Hogan was cool enough. He did
For
whatever he wanted to do. Yeah.
Play the air guitar.
That one doesn't work quite as well.
That was like an A.
You just got to commit to it. You know, everything's stupid when you first start. You just got to commit to it. Look at Too Sweet. Too Sweet is very
This
stupid.
is the least stupid thing.
Yeah, it's a wolf.
It's pretty dumb.
It's a wolf. Look at him.
Make the wolves.
Looks
make
exactly
the wolves
like
kiss.
a wolf. Yeah.
Make the wolves
There you
kiss.
go.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hi, welcome to the show. It's December the 24th, 2018. My name's Matt Eads. Merry Christmas, Kevin Byer.
It's not Christmas yet. It's Christmas Eve.
You're right. Cancel this whole show. It's over.
Start
Forget
over.
it.
Yeah.
Take the presents back.
Go.
Fucked
And you have
it
to
up.
say Happy Holidays.
Happy holidays.
Yeah.
All regular.
Thank you. Thank you for saying Happy Holidays.
You're of course Brandon Lynch
The last Talking Reckless of the year.
of the year. Yep. Welcome to it. The very last one in 2018.
Thank you.
We could squeeze out a couple more if we really wanted to.
I don't need to.
No.
No.
Okay. Is this? Hang on. This might not be the last one of
No,
2018.
the
We
31st
should,
is
yeah,
on the Monday.
We will probably actually have one more in 20.
No
It's
shit.
all been a sham.
No
This whole
days
show
off.
Oh,
is
shit.
a total fucking lie.
Restart. I need a new joke.
Yeah. Well, here we are now. How's it going, everyone? Hello. I'm
Yeah.
tired today, so
Yeah.
everyone else carry the show.
I feel like tis the season,
Yeah.
and I've on the end of a 2-3 day liquor bender. That while I don't feel hungover, I've just got no energy. I climbed the stairs in my building the other day, and I got to the top, and I was just like
Just lie down.
sucking wind in a way that I'm never like too exhausted when I climb the stairs.
It was quite the haul. I joined this liquor bender for a day and a bit.
Was this the
And,
weekend with 2 Christmas parties?
No, that was last weekend.
Oh.
That
God
probably
help
didn't help.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is our buddy Andy was in town for the holidays
From Thunder Bay.
from Thunder Bay.
Pride
So we
of.
saw him.
Oh.
Pride of Thunder Bay.
Yeah.
Came in sick as a dog.
So sick.
Took us all. He's gonna take us all down with him probably.
So sick. Which is great because I just was so sick. So
Yeah. Then you mix all the alcohol into the equation. I slept in the bed that he had been sleeping in for 2 days directly after,
Oh, brutal.
and I'm sure it's coming.
No change of sheets, no nothing.
No, I was too tired.
neither way. Yeah. No
Yeah.
no change of sheets either way. It's
Yeah.
OG sheets.
Oh,
When
wow.
Andy went
OG
down,
sheets, OG sheets out.
yeah, that's why they're OG. Never change them. They're those self-cleaning sheets. You don't actually have to. You put them in the freezer and then
Yeah, that's right.
just brush them with the comb thing after.
And the little toothbrush that it comes with.
Yeah, how often I wash my sheets like every other week, and I've been told that is both excessive and not nearly enough.
Oh, really?
Woody, how often do you guys get down to the bedding?
Like every third month?
Yeah,
God.
I'm not as disciplined either.
No,
No, like I'm the laundry guy in my household, and I know like so I'll do like the clothing laundry, and at the end I'm like fucking I should probably do the sheets as well, but at the end I'm like I've had enough of laundry.
Sheets
You
just
don't
take
have-
too long.
you don't
Yeah,
have to
you're,
fold
also
them.
that.
you're
they're
supposed to
easy.
do it like every month or so. Like every 2 weeks is
That's a lot.
a little overboard.
It just depends on how you guys sleep. Like if you guys sweat,
I sleep
No,
hard.
Yeah,
I sleep,
like,
I sleep
also-
cold.
if you sleep like naked or whatever or
I do,
whatever,
yep.
yeah,
I assume that means
just
less
depends.
often you have to wash it.
It just depends. But well, where were you going on this? Because that's something you were.
I was gonna say the worst part about it is it's
Yeah.
not. It takes so long to dry.
Yeah.
because you got to take them out and you got to
That's
flip them over and like put them back in the
and kinda like,
dryer and then like
unbundle them.
Yeah.
It's
And I
not
only-
like that big of. You just do that once. You know you're just like, oh, time to flip the sheet.
I also
In
don't.
it goes.
I also don't ever get to it early enough for them to be dry by bedtime, and only got one
Oh
pair
yeah,
of sheets.
you got to plan ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and then
what
if they're a
happens.
little bit damp, then you're
it's
like
over.
You just can't
not
go to sleep,
comfortable
yeah.
at all.
No, yeah, no, you can't put damp.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's it. And then God forbid you forget them while they're damp in the laundry machine, and they start to
Sleeping.
get musty and moldy.
Sleeping on a garbage
There
bag.
you go.
Fuck.
Yeah. No, you maybe just never wash them.
Never.
Now that we've had the discussion.
Safe
Yeah,
side.
okay.
Safe
Yeah.
side. Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
wash mine. I got two sheets. I thought ahead. So if one's a little damp, it's no big deal. We'll break out the emergency sheet. Get the hammer and shatter the glass, and
Well, there you go.
this
Just
guy.
instead of
Yeah.
washing your sheets, just vacuum your sheets.
That's true.
Yeah.
that's probably gross. That's I don't.
Just take the lint brush to
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Get one of those rollers.
I like
those
where your
lint
heads are
rollers.
at. It's probably better than nothing. I got some announcements before we get into it too much. Game of the year, February the 2 at 2 Mountain Standard.
Too sweet.
It is a
Second
day
month,
of
second
two
day,
sweets. That's
two
right.
time, too sweet.
It's 20 plus 1 divided by 8 is also 2.
Yeah, turn it upside down.
That's
It
right.
says Metal Gear Solid 6.
Metal Gear Zero 2. Come and join us. It's going to be a day long of live streaming. We will, the 7 of us come into this room and leave. Well, not this room, dear God.
Can you imagine?
Into our room, and we won't leave until we have an organized, agreed upon list of the 5 best games of the year.
Nobody's leaving this year. Let me tell you.
I've also heard there will be a title defense, or maybe multiple title defenses at
There you go.
Game of the Year.
Monumental as always.
Yes, and we have to always bigger and stupider. That's what we always strive for.
That's right. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going
There's-
to be a good year.
Good games this year.
A lot of good games.
Yeah.
And the only other thing I got to tell you is come join us on twitch.tv/Talking Reckless Podcast, where I stream every single day.
Bring your fireball.
Bring your fireball for the New Year's show. It's how we power the show. Come on by and say howdy. Twitch.tv/Talking Reckless Podcast.
To be clear, fireball is not how we power the show.
Well,
it's how we... Yeah.
the cinnamony smooth taste
That's right.
of Fireball whiskey always lights up my nights.
That's right. Cha-ching.
Always makes me sad.
Call us. That's gonna be. It would be weird if it actually did happen now.
Yeah.
If they actually were like, hey, so we heard you guys looking for some sponsorship for your Game of the Year show. You're like,
We've calculated your value, and we will give you one Mickey.
stunned.
We'll take it.
Deal.
Okay.
What about one Mickey per person at least? Come on.
Sure.
Yeah, you
That's
got to
too much
negotiate.
Fireball. That's
What about
too much
one
Fireball.
Mickey per plug during the show?
Oh,
It's too much.
jeez.
What we don't want more than a Mickey. How much is a Mickey? Oh,
That's
a
the
Mickey,
small
a
one.
little one.
Yeah,
Oh,
Mickey
I
is
was thinking
small.
a Texas. Oh yeah, a Mickey each. Yeah, okay, definitely. At least. I was thinking like a Texas.
What did we go through last year? About 40 ounces?
We went
They're
through
two bottles.
two of those big bottles.
50,
Yeah.
52 ounces?
Two sixes.
2 sixes?
2 sixes.
2 sixes on 2 the 2
On
at 2.
2 the 2 the 2 2.
Two. Mountain Standard Time.
It's gonna be great.
There you go.
I've started. Okay, but we should just do like not an official list, but just games that we are thinking of that maybe people haven't played. Of like Hitman 2 was a thing. I would be like, you know what, some of you should put some hands on Hitman 2 because that's a game of the year that I want to talk about.
Let me check my list.
Yeah. Oh, I saw your list also.
You
Hey, I
did.
played Hitman 2.
What do you think about Hitman 2?
My first impressions.
Yep.
I said this on a show a couple weeks ago, where every time I buy a Hitman game, it fucking doesn't turn out for me. And my first impressions is like, fuck, they got me again.
Yeah.
But I actually did some of the training missions and kind of sort of got the idea of how this game is kind of run. And I just have to learn some patience.
Yes.
Sure.
Good
and,
luck.
And like you have to learn that it's not a game that you like just play through a level and see a story.
Yeah.
It's like the story is kind of inconsequential. The story is there to make the shit you're doing hilarious. It's a thing where you're like running through it time and time again.
Yeah.
A new
I also
elusive target just opened up.
Felt
today.
like the first game, and as far as I know, the second game is very much like the first game in terms of these new ones, where it seems like it's pretty fun when shit goes wrong, too. Like, you can kind of run away and put on a new costume and walk back around, and people are like,
oh yeah,
that's not the same man. He's wearing a different hat. And you kind of keep going with the mission.
yeah. You can really you can play it as loose or as tight as you want, which is fun. I'm really excited / nervous about that new elusive target on the new map or on the
How do those
the
work?
next map.
Tell me how those work.
You just get one. It's a special target on the map, and he'll have his own special things and events usually, and you have
get
one
one
chance.
crack at him.
Yeah, you have one chance.
So who's the elusive target this time?
Is not some celebrity, I don't think.
No.
The Revolutionary maybe.
Yeah, he
I'll,
seems
I'll
like
look him up. He's on.
Some like military guy.
He's on the super cocaine map.
Oh, the one where you
Colombia.
drop the submarine on that person?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one with that bus made of super cocaine TM. Cocaine wasn't good enough.
My game that everyone should play if they haven't played is probably Celeste.
That's free on Games with Gold for January.
Yeah.
So I will definitely be playing. That's why we do the show in February, because we want to give, not schedule, not whatever you've heard,
Yeah.
because we want to give all games this year a fair shake. Games that came out December 31st still came out in 2018. You need a month to play those games.
That's right.
Just get caught up on Celeste. It's all part of the plan.
There's lots of games. There's at least 2 games last year that because we did the show in 20. We did like this a little bit into the year.
Yeah, we almost always do.
And I did 2 games that I would not have done from the year prior had we had our show actually at the end of 2017.
Oh,
So,
I always think about that because there are always, like, most websites have done their game of the year weeks ago now. But like, what about all the games that come out in December?
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is really good.
Yeah, is it game of the year good?
It's not game of the year good.
Is it top 5 games of the year
It's
good?
the best version of
The best game.
Best version of the best game.
Yes.
Everyone should play Tetris Effect also.
Yes.
The best version of the best game ever made.
Speaking of the best version of the best game. Yeah.
I've been actively calling like the EB Games to see to try to get my hands on a used copy of Moss what's that virtual bot?
Astro Boy.
Astrobot.
No,
and-
Astrobot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tetris Effect. Because I feel like if I have this fucking VR,
Might as well use it.
and if I can pass this around, I need physical copies of this thing. These things. But fucking, I don't want to pay full price for them.
Yeah. Don't buy. Are you gonna play Tetris Effect? You could just come over and try Tetris Effect if you want. Bring the headset or something. We could figure it out.
I want to.
You
Like,
like-
there's
you
3
like
games.
Tetris?
There's 3 games that I want to get for this thing, and god damn it, that's 3 more games than
That Astrobot's supposed to be really good.
that's right here.
Beat Saber is quite cool. I like Beat Saber quite a bit.
Maybe.
Aren't there like 7 songs though?
Yeah, maybe. Well, I would have. There must be more. If you're paying money for that thing, if you're buying that thing on a disc, there must be more than the fucking original crop that was there once. I can't find this elusive target nonsense. But he's up there for 8 days.
So 8 days, I
As
can try
of,
them
like,
once. I'm probably not going to succeed, and
yesterday.
that's it.
Yeah.
What makes it so tough?
Just that you have one chance usually, and they usually have
Oh.
special like, oh, I love a big guard group with them or something. But like, just learn. So what I did with Sean Bean was watch the video because it was like, okay, he's gonna walk up here past the. He's gonna kind of show you his paths, and then I just went through that map and fucking like ran my loop and got it all planned out and like, okay, I need to be here at this point because this man with the key is gonna open this door. It was like Groundhog Day. Played that level so many times. Then when it came time to do it for Sean, it was just fucking boom, 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 boom. Let's go.
Oh, so like the level reacts and acts the exact same?
Not always the exact same, but for the most part, it is. Like the like on the race car map, there's a special way to get into the room in the basement or whatever that still worked for Sean Bean. So most of that stuff I think is the same. I haven't even looked at that new one yet. We'll do it. We'll have to do it this week sometime. They're very cool though.
Seems like it. That's
The stakes make it cool,
like the stakes, as in like you
You
can only
get
do it
one
once.
crack, yeah.
like slabs of meat that you cook.
So were there any rewards for getting it, or was it just like?
For Sean Bean, you got a pen, a James Bond like blow up pen that you can throw into people.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and you got to talk with Sean Bean. I don't know. I didn't because I shot him from across the race car track, but some people did.
Smart.
Yeah.
Long distance kill.
Yeah. I went for safety. I'm going for completion. I'm not going for score. I just want to get them all.
I got to look into his eyes.
Yeah.
You see the whites.
That's kind of what's deterring me with this game is like, yeah, I'm gonna have to like hide in a closet and kind of just figure out what they do
Yeah.
the whole time. Because that first mission, I know they lay out like all the different types of like assassinations you can do, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna smother this lady in her bed when she goes to sleep, and so I'm like, okay, there's a laundry hamper that I'm gonna hide in here. But then she was just like dilly-dallying downstairs for a while.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
You got to wait for the loop to go through. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, between Hitman and Red Dead, just slow your roll, Cowpoke. Slow your roll.
All right. Just speed it up with Onrush, I suppose.
Oliver's game that everyone needs to play for Game of the Year consideration.
Are you still off of it? You just
Yeah,
don't like
no,
it?
until they fix it. Until they
no
fix
good?
it, it is no. It is. It is it feels like a scam. It feels like a money grab. At $80, I think that thing is fucking offensive.
It's funny because I was not here last
$80 for
show.
it.
But I was not here last show, but the show before you were saying it's great.
It's
a little
true.
too expensive, but it's a hell of a game.
And the more you get into it, you're like, well, there's even less here than maybe we thought there was. So that's something.
I mean, probably not many people paid $80 for it. So
I would
sound
hope
like
not.
it.
I would hope not. Yeah.
Based on the fact that it went free within the year.
Yeah.
No matchmaking. It's brutal. It's brutal.
So what's happening with you? Like you're getting paired with like nobody.
Or it is truly random, and it's like, oh, it's this dude's first game. I've played like 200 of them. This guy's played 100. This guy's played 12,000 of them, and like there really is no matchmaking. Like it is just, oh, everyone we got 10 people or 12, whatever it is, 12 people. Let's fucking go. Or sometimes it's like, we got one person. Here's 11 bots. Let's go.
Excuse my naivete.
That's
Course corrected on that one.
yeah.
But is there a lot of like a super high degree of skill between a good player and a bad player in this? Yeah,
Totally, because all the modes are like, well, as soon as you get in, you're like, it's a race. I got to be in first. But all the
Right.
modes are like, there's one, the best example is there's one called Switch, where you have 3 lives. First life, you got to be a bike. Second life, you got to be these 2 cars. Third life, you got to be these 2 cars. And you are trying to kill everyone on the other team before they kill everyone on your team.
Okay.
So once you use up all your lives, you're just a goon. Just hit the other guys.
Right.
But you get into situations where your team is just racing, so no one has any lives left, but you're all at the front of the pack. not killing anyone because you're just like, I'm winning, I'm in front.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, no, you guys got to put the brakes on because we got to go back and kill their guys who are just hanging out at the back. And it's a lot like Overwatch, kind of, where like
communication is key, but you don't want to do it.
Well, you can't do it. And it's not key as much as in Overwatch, but it's like if you started playing Overwatch and we're just shooting people all the time, and that was it. You're just playing it like Doom or whatever, or Quake. You would lose. You would always lose because you're never on the payload. Sure, you're getting a lot of kills.
Sure,
but and so having like, well, no one knows how to play this mode, so fuck me, I guess.
Yeah.
It just happened. Like you just you need just a little bit of like, okay, I've played a few games, but maybe other people played a few games. We have a base level knowledge.
Yeah.
Here are the people who don't know that you don't need to be in first. Here are the people who sort of get it. Here are the people who are winning all right.
Right.
And like, I don't know. I am winning like 80% of games. Like it's not. I'm just either crushing every game or getting crushed. It's not fun. It's super not fun.
I was saying like I feel like I'm the best player in this game. So.
Yeah.
That's why I'm enjoying it.
Sure. And that worked for me for like a couple weeks, right? Until I got too far into it and was like, oh, well.
There's barely a carrot that they're dangling in my face because I've already gotten the outfit for the character I like. I've gotten the dance.
Yeah, there's
for the character I like, and
zero
I like,
progression.
Yeah.
There's no reason to play other than the joy of the game and your rank.
Yeah.
And they force you to play ranked, which is an interesting choice.
So what's your rank there, Oliver?
Rusketeer.
I think I'm an ace.
An ace?
Is that how the ranks go? Ace.
They go
ace
like
level 6.
No, they go like bronze, silver, gold. Start at Jack, end at Ace, and within each one they have, I think it's 1 to 6.
Okay, no, then yes, I am like
silver
Jack.
Jack, what? silver Jack, bronze,
bottom of Jack,
bronze Jack.
Yeah.
I think I started at bottom of gold and ended top of platinum before I threw my hands up. It's a meaningless thing. It's completely meaningless. When you have no matchmaking, it extra means nothing. It is so fun to play. There's just
it is very fun. Actually,
nothing to it.
It's fast, and I do get caught up in the whole like, well, like yeah, I'm up here, nobody else is around me. I know there's shit happening behind me, so I'll have to stop and like wait for everybody to pass, and then. But it's a fun game.
Yeah, it's like every time you tap someone is an exciting like I just totally pit maneuvered that guy, or like oh I fishtailed myself, and like it looks and it seems to like almost magnetize you into some of the crashes in a way that it always looks like so much is happening.
Yeah,
it's really fun.
I'll tap a dude and I'll get him in his critical mode, but then like as soon as he like clears my view, I'm like smashing into a tree. I'm like, oh, I almost had him. It's exciting.
Like one guy will like take this left path, which isn't actually part of the course, and everybody will follow him, and we'll all 10 of us go flying off the edge. It's good stuff.
Yeah,
it's just.
Well, you've really unsold me and resold me in the last 5 minutes.
And they might get there, right? Especially if people are actually playing it now with
Sure.
Game Pass and PSN Plus and stuff.
Like I said, there's something about how fast it went to games with gold
Yes.
and was a free-to-play game on the PlayStation Store, I think, too.
Yeah.
That makes me think that maybe all hands are kind of off deck on that thing.
Yeah,
where
it
they're
could
like,
be.
we gave it a hell of an effort. Take this game away from us.
I think it came out and nobody bought it because it was so expensive, and so this maybe is like their last Hail Mary. We're like, well, let's see if people actually like this for free, and maybe
they
we
siege
can...
it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They should.
Yeah.
I really hope they do because they even have the hooks in there of like.
I do too.
I have 130 loot boxes or something. Also, the loot boxes take way too fucking long to open. I have so many that I literally just don't want to sit there and open them all for an hour and a half. It's
First world problems.
first world problems.
But I mean, again, like I'm not even looking forward to any of that loot anymore. So
No,
I'm kind
it's
of
totally-
just obligated. I feel obligated to open them.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're right. It does take long.
Yeah. And most of the skins, there's some good ones, but
But it's so exciting. You get to open a loot box. You could get something cool.
it's not a great opening animation even, and like, I don't know. I've seen a lot of loot boxes. I need a man to yell elite when I open stuff at me.
Rocket League's done a really good job with that stuff, where I've now bought my second Rocket Pass
Oh, they
for
go
$10 in, I think they last a couple months.
Yeah.
And every time I'm like, I love my car. I don't need anything else to add to it.
It looks the way I want it.
Yeah, and then you actually look at the Rocket Pass, and they're like, the first level you'll get this, and the second level you'll get this, and you're looking at all of it, and you're like, this is all so fucking rad.
Yeah.
I need to get all these.
How
Take
do
my
those-
$10.
How do those passes go? Like in Rocket League and in like Fortnite.
So I
And I
can only
imagine
speak
other
to
things.
the Rocket League one, but it is like every 5 levels or something, you'll get a cosmetic for your car. If you don't have the Rocket Pass, and then if you do get the Rocket Pass, you get, it seems like better quality cosmetics,
Yeah.
and you get them every level. And there is a thing that it'll show you, like kind of a grid, like a double grid,
Yeah.
that shows you at what level. Like it puts the free one on top of the little one, or on top of the paid one, and the paid one has all this cool stuff, and the free one's like, you get nothing here, nothing here, nothing here,
Yeah,
nothing here,
yeah.
and then you get this free thing here. And when you're looking at it, you're like, fuck, how could I not spend $10? Look at all the items I'm not getting playing for free.
That's a very like mobile game
Yeah.
trope that they do in a lot of mobile games.
It's a
like,
good way to like lay
Convince
it all
people
out
to
Yeah,
for
it's
you.
that,
Like,
that dangling carrot that
Yeah.
I'm talking about. Yeah.
and like I said, both times it's come out, I've looked at like even just the first like 5 levels worth of cosmetics, and it's been like skins that move and like really cool wheels with spinners and everything, and I'm just like, I fucking gotta have all these. Take my money.
They all look good too. I find myself always asking, like, "Oh shit, where do you get that topper?"
Yeah.
Like, am I just gonna? And you're like, "Oh, I bought the battle pass from however long ago."
And every time like the
Oh.
3 opponent cars like pop up at the end of the game, you're just looking at them and be like, man, that car's fucking sweet. I've never seen a car like that before.
Paint is moving by itself.
Yeah, it looks like the clouds are moving across the sky.
Very good. They do a really good job of making their cosmetics look super dope.
Yeah. So, sounds like Onrush doesn't.
No, it might get there.
Yeah. Here's hoping, because it is a fun game.
Super fun.
Like if you guys, if it's free on Xbox, like you guys probably have a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
fun with
Oh,
it.
totally.
Yeah, me and Warren both got it. We're like, this was back before Matt Eats had turned, but we were like, oh, it's free. We should get into this, play it. I'm sure Matt will play it.
I'm fickle like the sea.
Yeah.
You know me.
Full moon comes up, the tides change, and all of a sudden you're playing again.
Away she goes. Yeah. Just one matchmaking patch. All it takes, I'm back in.
That's right.
What else you been playing, Oj?
That's it.
That's all.
Those 2 games.
You finally got your paws on Red Dead.
And yeah,
physically,
gonna
it
be
is here.
starting. I got myself a coffee for tonight because
that-
I want to play all night long.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
We'll see.
That might get you out of the first chapter.
no,
They-
probably not.
They drink a lot of coffee in Red Dead, so I mean, it's very very on brand.
I'm going into it very optimistically. I know I've been wrestling with the ideas lately, but like I just want to experience this game.
Good luck.
I
It's an experience.
hope you like it. I think
Me
it
too.
is very good. Very good.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think you like a lot of the same things in video games in terms of like story and good characters that I think even if you struggle with the gameplay as much as I did, it will pull you through in the
Okay,
same way it did
good.
for me. And then like I've been saying, since I stopped playing it, I remember less and less about the gameplay and more about how rad the story and the characters were.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, fuck, Red Dead was great. I don't know why I ever didn't like Red Dead. And then I'll go into the living room and Warren's trying to 100% it, and I'm like, oh,
Jeez.
God,
hearing,
this is not
hearing his
why.
hearing his personal battle with like, I have something to tell you. I've decided to 100% Red Dead 2, and
Yeah.
then the next day being like, I think I'm out on Red Dead. I don't think I can.
I don't think
The
you can
exotic
do it.
quests are too fucked. I don't
Yeah.
think I can do it.
He ran into he was really chipping away and doing stuff where I can't even imagine doing one of the things, and he was rattling off like tons of them. Like I think he finished the dinosaur bones, or at least got to like a point where it checks it off on your list
Yeah.
of stuff you have to do for the 100%. And there was like a story beat there, like kind of a fun moment where I'm like, okay, this is cool. At least they're kind of giving you some neat story beats for finishing this stuff. But then the next thing would come along and it's like, complete a cigarette card pack. And I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah.
And then it's like, just find 5 shacks in the world. And I'm like looking up shack locations for them on the map and being like, try this one. He's like, well, I think I've already been to that one. And it's-
I really want to. I heard there's a secret ending if you do all the stuff
Yeah.
where the thing that no one can avoid in the main story doesn't happen. Like, I wonder how long till. And again, I can't talk about it
kind of
obviously
stuff
all over here,
happens.
but yeah, that's what I heard. My uncle who works at Rockstar said.
Once I watch the gameplay, it all kind of comes back to me like a flashback.
No,
but
it'll be good. It'll be good. It's strong
Yeah.
opening. I think you'll be way into it.
yeah,
It's just it'll just be the pacing. I think it'll be the biggest hurdle.
if I had one tip for you, it's don't get caught up in all the side stuff they decided was important to put in
Nope.
that game.
Don't do it. You'll have so much time to do all of that and then some. Don't like me. Don't just go out fishing for a day. That's super fucking stupid.
Yeah,
Why?
Didn't you do that?
Why? Multiple days. Yes, because I don't know.
Well, when you guys say side stuff, that's like all the chores and stuff.
Right, yeah. Like there's clearly marked
Chores.
side missions.
Yeah.
And stuff that are good, like character mission, like stranger missions.
Yeah.
Those
You
are
guys
good.
mentioned
Anything
strangers.
with writing attached to it is fucking amazing.
Yeah,
Anything
but
that's
don't be
like,
that guy who walks in being like, "Man, this game's unbelievable. I just spent 2 days hunting a bear."
Yeah. Don't.
And it's like, what? I don't fucking care. You think I'm impressed by how long it took you to kill the bear?
Or like, or I went on a tear where I'm like, I'm doing it because it gives you a bunch of challenges. I'm like, I'm just doing all these challenges, and there are an unending amount of those as well. It's
Never feel the need to go out and kill 5 rabbits.
No, don't worry. You'll
Like
see
that-
5 rabbits. Don't worry, you'll find them.
Yeah.
Like that,
You'll find them.
Those 5 rabbits will give me the upgraded holsters, or what?
Yeah, some of them
They
are.
might, but those upgraded holsters, I bet you will never know that your gun got any better because the stat lines are like this tiny little millimeter increase on the bar.
Or it'll be like, your gun degrades 30% slower. And you're like, well, cool. I've only cleaned this gun twice ever, so that I guess now I only have to do it once.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's,
What else?
I hope you
Give
enjoy
me more pro tips. Just a couple more pro tips, and we'll move on. Kevin, you're silent in this Red
Yes.
Dead talk.
I finished Red Dead.
Oh,
Close enough to finishing Red Dead.
unpack this.
Didn't.
I did not do the epilogue.
That doesn't really sound like
Yeah,
you
you don't
finished
do
then.
Well, I got the trophy that said you beat Red Dead.
You missed my favorite
Was it a merciful trophy?
musical act of the game.
No, the way the epilogue starts, it just kind of was like a big I don't give a shit.
Yep.
And then as soon as like the card came up that said epilogue episode 1, I'm like, okay, thank
That's
you.
Vlog's good.
No, so it is for me. It is a shame they put a very satisfying ending to that entire game behind an epilogue that I did not want any part of for most of.
You need it. It's a beautiful. It's a 0.5. It's a separate, beautiful little contained story. It's got a great music number.
Right.
Maybe the best music number.
Yeah, it's got a pretty good music.
It's,
number in
it's
there,
got
actually.
some good stuff. It's got some good stuff. It makes you appreciate Red Dead. It redeems the flaming shit pile that is Red Dead 1 a little bit. A little bit. It's just a shit pile now. It's not on fire
It
anymore.
very much is like the worst parts of Red Dead 2,
not
though.
true. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you're sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't play Red Dead 1, so
Yeah.
like that's like a whole bunch more of a reason why I don't
Exactly. Yeah. A lot of that epilogue is tied to your enjoyment of the first game. So
Okay.
It's very good. It's very good.
So I feel like I'm gonna be along the same lines as you then, Kev.
No.
you go
be
so
shocked
high at the
if
end.
you
Making
finish this
an
game.
objective decision right now to not play the epilogue is ridiculous.
Sorry, no, that's not how I meant it to be. It's just like, yeah, I didn't play Red Dead 1. I know you guys hold it in high regard.
Not
Less high after playing the
Not
second
me.
one.
Well, you used to.
Yeah, oh no. No, Red
yeah.
Dead. There was a time when I played Red Dead 1 that I thought Red Dead 1 was quite good. I bet you there was a time where you did too. Maybe not the last time before you played Red Dead 2. Because the time when I went back and played Red Dead 1 again, I was like, oh, this isn't a...
It was just another Rockstar game that I
Those
didn't
are all
finish
good,
for.
though.
Nah, they
Almost.
are, but like,
Do I have to take care of my camp?
no.
No.
No, you don't have to ever do anything. You don't ever have to do anything.
I know,
Yeah.
but what I'm asking is, if I put in the effort to, will there be a payoff?
I think you should just do it.
No,
I think
you'll feel good about yourself. If you have
not,
that in
not-
yourself,
not like
then-
you should just feed the camp. I think you should just go into the game and
Do
because
whatever.
as soon as you know how the magician does his tricks, it's like, well, Mass Effect choices actually only these two matter, and like as soon as you know how everything's done, it's like, oh, okay.
I get what you're saying.
You really want to go in and role play it.
What I'm asking is, like, I don't want to be wasting a lot of time here. I have
Then this
1
is
month.
not the game for you.
1 month to complete this before I can have maybe an educated
Opinion?
opinion.
I think you should just do it. I think you should go in and play.
And I don't want to waste any time. Like,
You know what you know. You know more than all of us. You have the information.
chopping wood? Should I chop wood? for
I
that
did
camp?
not. I did not chop
Don't
wood.
chop
I did
wood.
not chop wood.
You know what? Chopping wood is one of my favorite things to do in like real life.
Yeah, me
There you
like,
go.
when I
It's
go
in
camping-
this game for you.
Well,
When I go camping, I love chopping wood.
you're gonna love this.
I was more of a carry bags of grain or whatever those were.
I like milking the cow at the end. That was a good one. You eventually get a cow to milk.
I did that the first time I did that, and then my honor went up one was when I started to hate the game.
Okay, yeah, sure, great.
I mean, it'd probably take you a month just to do that main story.
It's pretty long. It's probably in the 30 to 40 hours if you mainline.
Yeah, and I'm definitely not gonna get that much playtime.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't the speed run like 50 hours?
God damn.
No.
I have no idea. That
Didn't
wouldn't
you
surprise
say
me.
that the speed run was like 50 hours?
Oh, is there even a speed run yet?
Yeah.
There ought to be.
I guarantee it's less than 50 hours. Unless it's like 100% full completion, all collectibles.
You think
no
that
way.
game can be completed 100% in 50 hours?
Yeah, probably. I'm sure there's
Jesus.
some like buggy crap you can do to
Maybe, yeah.
make something happen. And Kev, what you been playing?
Red
Red
Dead.
Dead Redemption.
Yes, I'm finished. It is over.
Yes,
I'm very happy.
you're a changed man for it.
Yes.
Still rocking the Micah mustache. I don't know. Maybe you aren't that changed after all.
I don't want to talk about it too much because I feel like if I talk about it, I'll sour all over on it.
Sure. Sure.
We'll wait until the New Year's show.
That's pretty par for the course for a New Year's show.
Yeah, sure. Questions for you though, Kev. This is probably the closest you've come to finishing a Rockstar game.
Yes.
Never again.
I'm done with Rockstar as a studio.
Oh,
Wow, that's
You know what?
that's kind of an insane thing to say.
Well, I can believe it on the grounds that if you don't like what Rockstar does in general,
Let me tell you about table tennis.
this is the most Rockstar has ever rockstarred in their life. So
Rockstar table tennis.
this might be the one where you're like, fuck, these were all kind of a big long slog, and this one was the king of the big
In
long
all
slog.
honesty, if you and I didn't go halfers on this, and I didn't feel obligated to beat it, so I could hand it off to you in like, because every time I tried to hand it off to you, you're like, well, you should finish it first. And I'm like, if I would have paid full price for this and it would have been my game, I never would have finished it. I can guarantee that.
Yeah. Well, good thing we did it the way we did.
okay, yeah, that's fair. Sure, and at least you only paid for half.
Yeah. I also don't want you to like. I mean, a lot of people's favorite part about it is the like no hurry, no rush. Just go live in the Wild West. So maybe you lose that if you're.
I don't plan on rushing
Mm-hmm.
in the way like I'm just gonna be like running and going like point to point and stuff. I do want to experience it.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to be a cowboy
Yes.
in this game. It's just like, again, you got how long has this game been out? Like 2 months?
Yeah, and end of
coming up to
October.
3
Yeah,
months,
and
yeah.
so
Very end of
it's been
October.
2 months of conversation about this, and yeah,
It's been
my impression is very, 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 very like slanted.
I feel like we've
But I'm
had
still
the
gonna
good. I feel like we've had the good. We have very big proponents of this game,
It's true.
and kind of not so much, both on this show.
And Kevin famously hates all good video games, like God of War. So it's just par for the course.
The difference is I hate God of War without playing it.
Oh, okay.
This is credible hate now.
See, the thing is, like, everybody said, like, oh, you don't have to play Red Dead 1 to enjoy Red Dead 2.
Yeah.
And after finishing it, I can safely say that is not the case.
What? No, that's what you think. You think you playing Red Dead 1 would have made you enjoy Red Dead 2?
Yes. Well,
Why?
it would have made the ending more satisfying. The ending of that game
Yeah,
for
yeah,
me
sure,
was
sure.
very, very disappointing.
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
Could I watch a YouTube video on Red Dead 1?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
No, I know I can.
Oh.
Could I?
That's a website.
To get like the Cole's notes.
Could I watch it and then get that fulfillment?
Yes, that's
Later.
what we told Kevin to do, and he refused
Kevin.
to.
You never said that once!
Oh, check the tapes, listeners, loyal listeners. Send me a day and a time code so I can rub it in his face.
Yeah. You should do that.
Yeah.
Because there were a couple moments that I like came out to where Warren was playing, and was like, "Oh, did you see this happen? This was totally a callback to Red Dead 1." So those are in there.
Yeah, just watch like a 10-minute synopsis.
Yeah, for sure. Great. I'm super excited. Let's wrap this show up.
Okay.
All right.
See you later. Thanks for joining, everyone. Brandon, what you been playing?
I got into Subnautica,
Oh.
which I have been very excited to do since you guys talked a whole bunch of good things about Subnautica
Yeah.
on
Multiple shows. Yeah.
which I could not run on my Mac because
Yeah.
I just know. I've
yeah.
never booted something up and it's failed because I just know. And I wasn't going to break that streak.
Don't
with this
even
game.
try.
Yeah.
Never lose if you don't try.
I was fucking worried about Oberdin. That game I do not like survival games, kind of as a general rule. But there was something about watching a little bit I saw of you guys played where it was like the loop seemed the upgrades that you were getting and what it allowed you to do seemed enticing enough that I was like, I could do the chores that are inherently in survival games long enough to be able to go explore the ocean.
Yeah.
And so far, I'm very early, but so far I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It runs like shit on my Xbox.
It runs like shit on the PC.
On the PC,
also,
yeah.
kind of.
Every time I break the surface of the water, it hitches up for
Big
like a
stutter.
full second,
Yeah.
but then as soon as that second's over and you get above the water, you're like, my God, this game's beautiful. This is
breathtaking.
fucking good looking water. And then you go back under and it all gets chuggy again. Yeah, I'm like in starter areas with not very dangerous fish right now. So as I understand it, the game gets a little more difficult even in terms of the survival side of it.
Yeah, it gets like the loop gets shorter. Like I gotta go get food and water. Eventually, like it won't be too long before you don't have to engage with that stuff anymore.
Yeah, because that's pretty much. I'm going out every night and just getting bladderfish.
Yeah,
every night.
Eventually,
so enough water.
that'll become no big deal, which is nice.
Okay.
You can also turn all that stuff off too. You can turn off the food and then the water and the oxygen, and you can just have infinite everything.
And I might still do that. And I thought about doing that right from the start because, like I said, the survival game stuff is the stuff I don't like.
Yeah.
In survival games, obviously.
Does that mode still have a health? You still have a health bar, right? Like fish can still attack you.
Yeah,
I think the only thing that doesn't disappear is the health bar.
Yeah, it's food and water specifically
That's
are
probably
gone.
like totally the way to play that game. Because honestly, the food and water stuff is kind of it's not super. It's just not super fun. It's not offensive, but it's like
it's just one of those things. Like, okay, every 5 minutes I need to do this.
Yeah.
Right.
It is literally chores of like I gotta go get my farm shit and I gotta go eat my food and drink my water and.
But I mean, if you don't have it, then if you don't have it turned on, then there's just a whole bunch of stuff. Like you're never gonna grow crops, or you're never gonna get your water distilled.
And there's like fish in that game that you never interact with. I assume because
it's no big deal.
I know it hasn't been bothering me enough now that I would turn it off, but that would probably be the first step if I started to wane on it.
Yeah.
I'll
say
I'm trying to find lead.
Okay. Yeah,
which you said is relatively common.
Yeah, you'll find it.
I think I'm worried to get too far from home.
Yeah, don't be.
I don't like to get too far.
Have you died yet? Have you died anything yet?
I died early in the game from drowning.
Yeah.
I didn't give myself enough time to get out of a cave.
Oh, been there.
Yeah, it's scary. It doesn't feel good.
You can make yourself an air bladder thing that you press a button on and it drags you to the surface really fast.
It's like an underwater Fulton.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. You would get the bends.
I have like 20 like little crates down underneath my base that are just full
Lockers.
of shit. Yeah, because I just keep bringing back all these resources that I have like way too many of, and I'm like, I don't want to waste this. Let's just throw this in another crate. Crates are fucking easy to make.
It'll the way. So I think its biggest flaw is sometimes it doesn't give you enough direction. Where even like I've played a bunch and I sort of don't know what I need to do right now.
Yeah.
The way it kind of gates off progress is by depth. So if you're exploring, like, you can explore outwards, and eventually it'll be like, well, I can only go down like 100 meters because as far as I can hold my breath, or whatever. That'll be when you're like, oh, okay, I can't go here yet.
Yeah, this is my kind of explorable area until I get the next item.
Yeah,
and that's kind of how I've been playing it. Is I've always just been looking at my like a list of potential equipment. And just being like, hey, let's build this.
Yeah.
And if I can't find the resources to build it, it means I'm not going far enough out.
Yeah,
so
it's cool. And there's like actually a good story. Like there's some very good writing buried in that. Not buried, but it is all written in the codex.
Yeah, I got my first
very,
radio message where I had to go find another pod. And I got a compass. They were not okay. Well, there was no one there.
Oh shit!
I don't know. I don't know if they were okay or not, but
yeah, it's a good game. I like it quite a bit.
It's neat.
It's scary. It gets scary. You go some real alien places.
Imagine are you playing on the like you can't die mode?
No, I'm playing on you can die mode.
Yeah, okay. Just wondering.
Yeah. I've died many times.
Yeah, they got that you can't die difficulty, like
at
an
all?
Iron Man kind of difficulty where death ends the game.
Oh, no, I'm not. Jesus,
no.
Jesus, no. It would honestly be too scary.
I assume that's on the PC as well. I know that's what I was thinking.
It would be
like,
way too scary.
I would be like, I'm already sweating when I'm down in like caves, and I'm like,
pitch black.
I don't even kind of really know how long it'll take me to get up to the surface, so I don't know when I should leave.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm having fun with it.
It's good.
The other game I played, only because it's free and kind of bounced right off, is that Ashen game. It's a Souls-like.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, and that's usually a pretty good indicator that I shouldn't have even installed it.
I was very surprised when I saw you playing it. I might pick up Game Pass to check that out. I'm very, as a man who likes the Souls games, I'm very curious.
I like the one thing I like how it looks. It's the massive chalice kind of puppet with no faces looking characters.
Yeah. If anyone ever played the game Absolver, it looks like Absolver. Yeah, it looks like almost the same engine. They're so similar. But yeah, like angular, very high res, but like angular polygonal faces that like come to a point in the front,
like almost a wooden mannequin.
Yeah,
kind of look.
Yeah, no features to them. The what's the back pain man that they would stick the pins into on the commercials?
Yeah, it looks a lot like him.
Rollbacks or whatever that was.
And then they'd start doing a jig or something after they took the needles out of them.
Did you play any of it? What?
Yeah, I played. I went. There's like a kind of a tutorial mission where you go and get a hammer and an anvil for someone to make basically to make the stones that are basically the fireplaces or the
bonfires.
The bonfires.
Yep.
I did that. It seems good.
Is it like very like big slow attacks?
Yep.
I gotta dodge. If I
Yep.
die, I gotta go get my souls.
Yeah, so I haven't died yet. It seems like they're very, at least at the beginning, very liberal with the some sort of seed, which is the flasks from. It's just your
healing item.
Yeah, your healing item. So it feels like I'm taking hits.
Yeah.
But I am always have enough to heal through whatever I'm doing, which feels like the kind of thing that's going to stop very soon. So
yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah,
could be.
I think
the game of the year.
The hook is very much like the theme of the game is kind of light and darkness, and you trying to get your way through dark areas with a lantern and having to put the lantern down and fight in the light of the lantern.
It is literally Dark Souls. It is dark.
Yes,
Dark Souls.
Exactly.
Even Dark Souls never
Darker
made you do
Souls.
that.
Yes. The neat thing is you have an AI companion, which can be a multiplayer companion if you want, but I don't like to interact with people, so it's an AI companion. And he'll carry. I think he carries your lantern for you, but then he kind of just wanders off on his own.
But so if you and I were in a game together and I was the lantern man, would I just be
I think
holding
either
the
of
lantern?
us can be the lantern man.
And he just hold the. Oh, you just have one lantern to share between you.
I think so.
Otherwise, you're.
Yeah,
that's weird.
I think so, but I'm not sure. I haven't got very far in the game. Maybe that's not how that stays. But
a big part of Dark Souls is, and again, you don't have to play like this, but like being alone and not knowing what is happening in this very like obscure. Like you're gonna get items with very vague descriptions and that whole thing. And it always felt like cheating. As soon as you bring someone else into that world and you're like, hey, let's tag team this boss together, that always just felt like against the spirit. I don't know.
Don't do it. Just take your AI guy with you.
Yeah, just two people. I should maybe see what this game is before.
Yeah.
I don't like multiple people in my Souls games.
Maybe this guy dies.
It looks a lot like Journey kind of as well when we're talking about the art style, and now that I hear that is it like seamless, like as people are just kind of coming in and you're the AI guy
turned
for a
it all
while?
off. It's me and my AI companion. No one else is allowed in my game.
I'll play that for next week.
Okay.
We'll get back to you. I'll do some investigative reporting.
Yeah. If the multiplayer looks cool, maybe we could play.
Yeah, maybe.
I'd carry the lantern.
Okay.
I don't like fighting the guys.
I'll fight. You watch.
Yeah. I'll run. If you get overwhelmed, I'm just fucking out of there.
You gotta get my
With
souls.
the lantern.
Get my souls. What else you been up to?
Oh, Smash.
Yeah.
I beat the World of Light. I got all the guys, all the spirits.
All 700-ish spaces, 660 some spaces.
So each of those is a fight. So I put a lot of hours into that game right when it came out, and I was purely being pulled through by the creativity in which the game attempted to make these spirits happen.
Yeah.
Like
they're good.
Yeah, some of them are very good. Like the boss is in there, and it's like a white zero suit Samus, so it's got like the skin tight white suit, and it is you're playing and slowly being poisoned, which is I guess because like they had all those flowers on that final battle that were like poisonous. And there was a time limit on it, like a short time limit.
The MIG's coming,
just like the game.
Yeah.
And it was an HP battle, so health was going down instead of damage going up. So it's the way they take all these different characters from all these different games, and they're like, if you were to fight this, what would make sense?
Yeah. It's a little bit like it reminds me of like kids playing action figures.
Yeah.
Where you're like, I'm just gonna okay, the red Power Ranger is now Captain America because that's all I got.
Right,
But it's
and
pretty
we're-
close.
And we're gonna give him this little trash can lid because we don't have a shield, but the game comes with a trash can lid.
Yeah. Reminds me a lot of that.
Yeah, it is. It was a lot of fun. It's long.
Yeah.
It is
It's like
deceptively long. You see the map and you think you know, you can kind of gauge it as you are going around. You're like, okay, I kind of know how long this thing is going to take to uncloud this whole map. And then there's more after that.
Oh, good.
And then there's another more after that.
oh, good. Yeah, it's some people were posting pictures on our Discord. It seems like about 20-ish hours, give or take, to do the World of Light.
Yeah, that could have been it. I feel like I spend more time with it than that, so maybe that's just
Yeah.
to beat it.
Maybe you're good. I die a lot, so it'll take me way. I've probably put 20 hours in already, and
Well,
I
and
haven't
also-
even beat Galeem yet.
It is very possible to beat that without doing all the spirits.
Yeah.
So I think doing all the spirits might be way more than 20 hours, but
Yeah.
you're right though. It also there were some fights that I got hung up on for a while.
We played a bit of Smash this weekend.
Yeah.
Quite a bit of Smash. It's a
pretty good.
very fun. It's everything except the online is super good.
I
Yeah.
played a bit of Smash this weekend too.
Ultimate,
The-
like the
most
newest,
recent one?
the newest
Yeah.
one.
yeah, yeah.
What'd you think? Still
It's
Smash?
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the best version of the best fighting game on Nintendo.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
The Dragon Ball Fighters is on Fighter Z is on Nintendo also.
It is a very good ode to Nintendo.
Yes.
That whole thing.
Yeah, it totally is.
Lots of everyone is here.
Yep. I spent like, I don't know, half an hour just listening to music
Yeah,
when we
we-
were all just sitting around.
Yeah, we were kind of just finished eating or something, and we weren't ready to do anything else yet. So Matt was just going through like all the music in that game and being like, "Oh yeah, this is a fucking
Remember
great
this
song."
Yeah. Yeah, it's very cool. It's
Yeah.
nostalgia trip after nostalgia trip.
And I think that's kind of Mario Party.
Oh yeah, we played a couple Super Mario parties.
Yeah.
I think I'm undefeated. I think I'm 3-0 on the weekend.
Yeah, well, you're Bowser.
It's true.
Um,
Listen, in a world where you can go use gold pipes, I'm gonna play Bowser every time.
Do whatever you
I'm
want.
gonna play Bowser's in the game. I'm gonna use him.
Bowser seems pretty good.
Yeah, he
Bowser
seems
seems like
very
he
good.
gets
Now-
a lot around that board
Totally.
in a way that no one else does.
And like when you realize that you can exploit, because all the characters have unique dice now, and some of them have just negatives. They don't move, which means they reactivate the square they're on. Which at first you're like, oh, -3 coins, that sucks. But reactivating the square you're on sometimes is super fucking powerful.
Yeah.
To the point where like you sometimes you can just combo out in a way that
It's weird. Yeah.
is very, very weird.
You can
yeah.
get be on an item space and then roll a -3 and get another item, which is way cheaper than going to a shop and getting that same item. Or
Yeah.
you can be on an ally space, get an ally,
Yeah, I did that a couple times.
get another ally the next turn, and allies are super useful in that game. So
And his dice go so big that you can get a star and the star will move and you can finish your turn and get the second star, which is yeah, he seems
Yeah, we
he
saw
seems too
some-
good. He
we
seems way too good.
yeah, we saw some 17s popping up on
Yeah.
your turns sometimes, which were just like because of items and support characters. But
Yeah.
it's like if you can go 17 spaces, those maps are not very big. There's pretty
probably-
much nowhere you can't go.
Triple loop or something.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's the mini games are all really good.
yeah, they're fun.
I think the board game itself has some all the maps aren't great and there are only 4 of them or whatever. And
Yeah, they
like,
feel too small.
yeah, it's got some issues at the board game part, but like all the games are
Yeah.
quite good.
Takes very good use of that technology.
Totally.
Yeah.
And they're fun and novel and stupid in the way that the original Wii stuff was.
We did some of the like Rhythm Heaven
yeah,
stuff.
Those are fun.
Yeah, there's like a separate bunch of mini games that are just purely like Rhythm Heaven, like pose offs and like hitting baseballs to the beat and stuff like that. And those are a lot of fun. After we did the really long one, was getting a little sweaty.
Yeah. Yeah. My shoulder was hurt because there's one where like you're like doing a
Baton.
Yeah, you're leading the marching
baton.
band, and it was like 3 minutes of like it's going faster and faster. Holy! By the end of it, my shoulder was killing me.
But it feels really good. Like it feels like when I missed, I missed.
Yeah, totally.
So-
it works well.
Yeah. And that
That
might be it.
Is it? All right. I don't think I really played. I played BioShock Infinite and the DLCs this week.
I talk about that all day. But
That's
I
a
feel
hell
like
of a
we,
video
I
game.
feel like we have 20
That is a
times.
fucking hell of a video game.
I want to replay that game
It's
at some point.
quite good.
Yeah,
Yeah. It plays super well. I want to play it through on the hardest difficulty. It on that 1999 mode.
What's that mode? Is that just
I think it's very hard and like you can't use health from vending machines or something. There's a couple stipulations.
Yeah.
a difficulty?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
super duper hard.
Enemies get back all their health when you respawn. I know is one of the big
Ooh,
the big things that's different in that one.
you can't brute force.
You can't brute force it in the way that you can in the regular mode where it's like, well, they used to get a little bit of health back, but you could like kind of get a guy down halfway, and then
Die.
he'd kill you, and then you'd come back, and he'd kind of be up to like 60% of his health or 70% of his health, and you can keep shooting him.
The original BioShock was you could really do that a lot too. Like sometimes you could get a Big Daddy outside one of the chambers that you would respawn in, and you just be like, shot dead, shot dead, shot dead, shot dead, shot dead. 10 hours later, I've killed the Big Daddy. But yeah, that game is great. Like, what incredible performances!
Yep.
Just across the board.
That art style's so good too. Like that game's gonna look good forever.
Oh, totally. With like, it's so hard. It reminds me a lot of Dishonored. Like their big hands, kind of.
Their heads look a little bit too big for their bodies, but not like Donkey Kong mode.
All
big.
the main characters have huge eyes,
Yeah.
huge on like anyone who has a voice, basically. It's good. Burial at Sea, I remember being super good. It's a little more up its own ass than I remember. It's a little bit of. It seems a little bit of them being like, "We're the greatest storytellers ever. Here's another greatest story ever told."
And that it was.
And yeah, by the end, you're like, okay,
It's
all
very
right.
much so how like Kojima things are.
It's true. Yeah,
Yeah, like,
this is sewn up a lot
remember-
tighter than Kojima
there
shit,
you
but
go. I remember this game is awesome, but retrospect, like this is up its own ass.
a little bit. In particular, Burial at Sea, because they go through pains to be like, we
'Cause they go
are
back
taking
to-
credit for everything that has ever happened in the series in this DLC now. Remember this? It was us. Remember this? It was us. Like there are 10 different parts where that happens.
But all those parts are like fan service.
It's true.
And those fan service moments were. Like, can we get into spoilers for Burial at Sea?
Sure.
There's like a moment where you find out your role in like Suchong's death.
Yeah.
Where the Big Daddy like turns on him, and in the first game you eventually find him like drilled to a table, and you find like your role as kind of the time traveler in making that happen.
Yeah.
In a way that I'm just like, no.
Well,
No.
The big one for
me?
Yeah, the big one for me was like they basically set up the villain from the first game. You bring him to the city. You bring him back to Rapture, basically. Like you set up the entire
Not the villain.
Atlas. Yeah, Atlas is in.
I see. Okay,
he's sectioned off.
I'm
and
going later.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
he's taken care of. But but you got to get in there and make it happen in a way that like. Okay, like why just fucking have her bring down the plane from the first game too? At this, like, okay, we get it.
I mean, she
It
kind
kinda
of did. Like she gave him the package with the gun.
No, she didn't. She just gave him the code, the gene phrase
Is
to
that it?
activate him. Yeah,
haven't
that was
played in
the
a long
ace in the
time.
hole. But it's it kind of doesn't make sense. Is like when you look at the whole thing after
This hasn't made sense since way before this DLC.
Burial at Sea
but-
made way more sense before because I just replayed it this week. It made way more sense and was like beautifully sewn up and just what an airtight masterpiece. And you play it again, you're like, I just kind of had a little bit of the Stardust in my eye. Like I see the flaws.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's
But
maybe not.
I feel like you see those a lot even in the main game of BioShock
totally.
Infinite.
Totally.
Where you're like, you'll see some of these things, and as soon as your brain starts turning to be like, wait a minute, how does this work? As someone who now knows the end of this game and am rediscovering this, I was like, this seems like a pretty significant plot hole.
And there are some that they wrap up in the first part of Burial at Sea where you're like, wait, why did... And then you play that first part of Burial, you're like, jeez.
You heard the people's criticisms of your
Yes,
story and
yes.
found a loophole
I see.
and put it into your DLC. Very good.
They were basically just like, plugging holes in the submarine as they went.
Yeah.
It's still super fucking good,
It
though.
is really
It
deep.
plays so good.
When did Infinite come out? originally?
2013, yeah.
Wow.
I gave Game of the Year to Black Flag that year.
Yeah, we were talking about
Black
that
Flag
last
was
night.
also a really good game.
Black Flag was very good. I don't
Yeah.
regret my decision at all. Black Flag is my favorite Assassin's Creed to this day.
And you gave it to Last of Us, I think.
Was that also that year?
Was that
Yeah.
not Game of the Year that year?
Well,
Well,
what was
there's-
our show Game of the Year? Was probably Black Flag was the only one we could...
Don't tell me it wasn't
I don't
The
think
Last
it
of
was Black
Us.
Flag.
I
I
don't
can't remember what. I don't know if you guys
Life
did.
is Strange?
Did
Was
you
that
guys
2013?
Did you guys do a show one?
I don't
You
know.
might have just
I'll
all
to go.
said what year. I know you guys went out to the Black Flag Yo Ho Ho and a bottle of rum or whatever.
Yeah.
But I can't
Let's
remember.
look that up. That's interesting. We'll see if anybody throws it in our chat for the live
That would be
recording of this.
interesting,
Yeah.
'cause
I was gonna say
I'll quit the show if Black Flag made it before The Last of Us.
Well, that show quitting might be like 5 years coming now.
Kevin's might have been GTA 5, ironically. But
I feel like that's probably not true.
Yeah, it totally might not be. But
I think that's all I played. It was a weird week with holidays, and I was sick last week. And I forgot to tell at the beginning of the show, there's a new best of out. The fourth best of Talking Reckless is out.
it's our fourth best stuff.
As of yesterday, it's our fourth best of.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
The fourth of the best of series.
Right.
It's not the fourth best of the stuff we've done.
Right.
Well, it is. Yes.
We used up all the stuff. On the first.
This episode's a little short. There wasn't a lot of footage. I was
It's like
sick.
Making a Murderer season 2.
Exactly.
It's like if it was good enough to be in here, they probably would have put it in the first season.
Touché. I think that's all I played. Let's go do a quick break, and we'll read what little news there is at the end of the year. And apparently, it's not the last show of the year, so all this is moot now. I'll have to redo this whole damn thing. We'll see you here on the other side of this musical break. I must be.
Let's see if
Question about Subnautica. Is it in... It's not on Earth's ocean.
Oliver, I'll quit the show,
No.
Aguilar. As far as you know, how do you know that's not far-flung Earth?
It totally could be.
Is
It's
it
not Earth
future-
as we know it, for
Is
sure.
it futuristic?
Yeah.
It's like the water planet from Interstellar, except not as shallow.
It's like Star Trek
Yeah, it's
era
like,
of technology. It's like replicators.
Like
and-
Waterworld, but not on Earth.
Yeah, it's futury though.
But it's
A white, clean
it's
aesthetic.
It is a sphere of water.
It's a planet with more water than... Well,
As far as we know, the planet's all water,
yeah.
Yeah, as far as I've discovered, there is no land.
which is terrifying. Terrifying prospect.
We got a little boat or a little life pod. All the land you need.
Are like the fish... Fishy?
See it? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Fish look like fish.
Tons of fishies.
The monster fish look terrifying, but like the regular fish look like fish.
I mean,
You
all
gotta
the,
get
all
the
the fish
bladder.
are terrifying. Even the Reginalds.
Yeah, Reginald. Reginald's are good for eating though.
Yeah.
Uh.
Good for powering your bioreactor as well. If you ever get a bioreactor.
You monster. Just a bunch of fish like swimming on a hamster wheel. Let's see if I can figure out what everyone played or voted for on there.
Is this the actual?
Oh, hang on.
Is that
I
the
don't
live
know.
show?
This isn't. But
Scroll through 7 hours of footage.
this is like a recent episode. I can tell by the music.
Oh, yeah. That's
December the 3rd. Man, take your show.
Oh, I can't be yawning. I've got so much Red Dead to play.
Well, she'll put you right to sleep. For better or worse. I think you'll have no problem with the beginning of that game. It's very, like, that first chapter specifically, it doesn't open up and, like, overwhelm you with all the stuff in it. So it feels very streamlined.
And I'm Matt Eads. I stream every single day over on twitch.tv/talk.
This is the one we want.
Can't play our show on our show.
Oh, really?
I mean, you
Made
can.
the wrong lot, which was Oliver and I.
What?
Honest Pizza's here, too.
Again, who was
What year is that?
chief? So who
2013.
Schwarzenegger, actually. I know
Is that Max?
Maybe.
Talking about the wrong lot, bud.
what are you doing with the rest.
No, he's not on the follows.
Is this? I feel like we have this conversation every year, not even every week, and I feel like it's Life is Strange. Was that 2013?
No, Life is Strange is like since I got on the show.
Yeah,
2013 is way before
Oh, that's
that.
2015. Man, tank.
I don't even know when you
Game
guys
of.
decide. You guys might have decided, like, talk for 45 minutes after you picked one, for all I know.
Hey, I don't even know when we started doing the list thing.
I don't even know. I shot him
I hate hearing myself from years ago.
one time. That's
A lot.
Yeah.
You think
Yeah.
Sounds just like you today, though.
A little bit. I even just said brother.
Yeah.
Brother. Was this Black Ops
Hopefully,
2
don't say
year?
something like super bad. You guys just have different standards for what you can say.
Nominees, Halo 4. I see 2012. 2012 we had categories.
What?
Did we?
Yeah.
Was there 18 categories?
Let's see.
We're doing categories.
Okay, best. Here's the 2012. I'm gonna read these on the actual show because these are pretty funny.
But yeah, Max and Cam and I do that stream on Thursdays.
You do.
Doo-doo.
Cam.
Oh, Cam Skip. 90 Rock 97.7's Cam Skip.
Okay.
I might never find it. You guys haven't talked about video games in a long time.
You'll probably never find it.
I might just quit.
Oliver, I'll quit the show, Aguilar. That's him. That's the boy. We couldn't.
Someone's got to be.
Yeah, I gotta Clear my throat.
Someone's got to take their passion for video games more seriously than us.
That's right. So while looking for the 2013 Game of the Year winners, I found our 2012 list, and I will say this is off the Old Man and Tank wiki, so it's a wiki. Anybody could have edited this, but apparently we did categories. This was 6 years ago. I guess this would have been 7 years ago right away. Best Call of Duty game.
Oh, shit.
The nominees. This can't be right. Call of Duty Black Ops 2? Is that 2012? Okay.
I'm going to retroactively put my input in for these winners.
Yeah, do it.
I don't get any of these jokes anymore. All right. Best Call of Duty game. The nominees. Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Call of Duty Black Ops Declassified, Company of Heroes, only the Humble Bundle version. The winner was Company of Heroes, only the Humble Bundle version.
Weird. I
wonder how you got
I
it.
don't
remember talking about that.
I don't remember that.
I
No.
think that's fake news on that.
Probably
wiki.
an inside show joke. This one I remember.
I'll say Black Ops 2.
Hottest pile of garbage. Nominees were Towns, which was
that one definitely should
which was
win.
a Steam
Yeah,
game.
that was a-
Silent Hill Downpour, which was quite bad. PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale.
Ooh,
and,
shit.
and Awesome Knots.
Awesome Knots
That
was
was okay. It's good.
I know.
I remember Awesome Knots. That was a great game.
I know Eric loved it, so I probably threw it on that list as well. The winner was Towns.
Nice. That game was
I don't know. I
trash.
never played it.
Best,
Dodged a bullet, sounds like.
best multiplayer nominees were Assassin's Creed 3, Halo 4. Winner was Halo 4. I don't remember doing these categories at all. Best story nominees: Assassin's Creed 3, Mass Effect 3, Telltale's The Walking Dead, and To the Moon, which in brackets says released in 2011, so it was disqualified. The winner was The Walking Dead. We had a best graphics category.
Wow.
Far Cry 3, Journey, Borderlands 2. I guess the winner was Far Cry 3.
That was a good looking game.
Yeah.
We had individual most
You
disappointing
went technical
games.
over artistic, I see.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Kev, do you remember what your most disappointing game from 2012 was?
Probably Towns.
Nope. Mass Effect 3.
I've never played Mass Effect.
That
3.
sounds pretty in line. Yeah.
There you go.
2012, Kev, yeah. Swag's most disappointing game. Swag was
Yep.
Dishonored, which
Yeah,
you're
okay.
insane. Dishonored is good.
I
Wait till you play Red Dead.
Eric's was Borderlands 2. Mine was Guild Wars 2. Best single player game. How many of these do we have?
See, I only have
We have a
good
lot.
games
Jesus.
available
Should
to
have
me
checked
here.
that before we started reading them out.
Jesus, we have a lot. We had best soundtrack. You let me know if you want to hear one. Best handheld game.
I want
best
to hear
character.
that one that you just
Who won best
skipped over.
character?
Before best soundtrack.
Best single player.
Yeah, best single player.
Mass Effect 3, XCOM Enemy Unknown, Dishonored, Assassin's Creed 3, the winner, XCOM Enemy Unknown.
Was 3 Assassin's Creed 3? That was Connor. That's not Black Flag.
No,
Okay,
that's
that one
Connor.
Sucked.
Best voice acting, best soundtrack.
What was best character? Who won that one?
Character.
Do we have? Did I?
Yep, you said it at some point.
I
think it was after soundtrack.
Soundtrack, handheld game, best character. Voss Montenegro. It was the villain from Far Cry 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wei Shen is Sleepy
Dogs?
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 I
Yeah,
think,
that
yeah. Main
sounds
character from
right.
Sleeping Dogs. Kenny from The Walking Dead. And Max Payne from Max Payne.
I feel like we probably gave it to Kenny.
Max Payne.
We gave it to Voss.
Oh, cool.
Voss was the best character of 2012,
Did
apparently.
you know Far Cry 3 was my number 9 game of the year?
Oh, excellent.
Did you know that Sleeping Dogs was number 3?
I should probably play Sleeping
Mass
Dogs.
Effect
Dogs
3
is
was number
good.
2.
What was number 1?
The Walking Dead.
For 2012.
Over Mass Effect 3, hey?
I think I had a little bit of the
Walking Dead
sting
was
from
really
the...
good.
Mass Effect 3
Yeah.
had a little. There's a
Yeah.
little bit of weirdness around it. I
Yeah.
remember. Most here. Okay, how about our most anticipated game of 2013?
Oh, baby.
The nominees: BioShock Infinite,
Good.
God of War Ascension, Tomb Raider, The Last of Us. The winner, Tomb Raider.
Oh,
I was going to
That's
say
weird.
probably Tomb Raider, yeah.
Tomb Raider's pretty good.
Yes, and our game of the year. The
Last of Us
nominees.
was better.
Yeah.
Nominees for our game of the year were Mass Effect 3, Walking Dead, and XCOM Enemy Unknown. Our winner was The Walking Dead.
Oh, shame
Wow, we
is
only had
me. I would have
3.
been in on that one.
Yes. There is, I don't know what... You want to hear some trivia? I
Yeah.
haven't written any of this.
Does 2013 not exist? Is that not why you're not reading it?
I couldn't find it. I'll see.
Weird.
I'll see. Yeah.
I have the
Let's hear
podcast. I just don't know where in it you guys announced the game of the year.
It says, Eric met Matt, Kev, and Swag in person to record the stream. That's true. We had Eric here in real life. Flew here from the States.
That's great.
Kev once again took his shirt off during the stream.
Attaboy.
And my favorite one, for the second year in a row, Elias Tufexis was in studio but failed to appear on camera.
That's pretty good.
Oh man, those are fun.
Classic.
People should get way into our shit in a weird way like that again and dissect everything we've ever said in a
Oh,
wiki,
God.
just full of lies and slander
Yeah.
and bullshit.
Yeah, so when we look back, we're like,
5
did
years
we
from now,
fucking
we'll be
do
like,
this?
what? I don't remember talking about this at all.
Yeah.
I feel like a good way to bring that back would be to have categories.
I was gonna say if we did categories back then, I might have to start thinking about some categories now.
I mean, we can
you
just
should do
lift all of them right off that list.
Yeah.
There you go. Best Call of Duty game.
I just don't want to have the fight over best character and best music. I don't want to do it.
I feel like I was joking about this before, but I feel like we just need to set a timer
I know.
for each one, and then when the timer's up, we need to be like,
Vote.
fine, we
Yeah.
just fucking don't have one then, moving
Yeah.
on.
DNQ. We'll do some thinking. We'll do some thinking. Maybe we'll turn this into a 24-hour charity. Decide all the things. It's Extra Life. It's Extra Life
Sure.
in February.
Christ, I
yeah.
didn't sign up for that.
Hey, I got some news. I got a little bit of news. You remember we ran a story a couple weeks ago. Your boy 2 Milli suing
Yes, Millie Rock.
Epic Games for the Millie Rock. That's right. I'm gonna pronounce some. How do you say his last name?
Alfonso Ribeiro.
Ribeiro. Okay, thank you. I did just common name that everyone knows. I didn't want to fuck it up. This man who invented the Carlton. He is suing Epic Games for stealing his dance, which is apparently just called in-game the Carlton, which seems a little on the nose.
Yeah.
And
I feel like it just started to transcend Fresh Prince of Bel-Air in a way that, like, if you didn't call it the Carlton, no one would know why
Yeah.
you didn't
No,
call
yeah,
it the
totally.
Carlton. Like,
Yeah.
and then hot on the heels of that, Backpack Kid.
legal name.
Capital B, capital K,
Yeah.
known for creating the floss, apparently, is also suing for the floss.
That one is going to get thrown out for sure.
I don't
Because there's
know.
already video that has surfaced of him doing it at the Super Bowl. That's
Yeah,
somebody else doing it.
And isn't there video of him saying, like, answering a direct question?
Of Mr. Kid, Mr. Backpack
Mr.
Kid.
Backpack Kid. It's him saying, when asked, does it bother you that it got so big? And him saying,
was-
no, I'm just happy it's in the game.
I think that was Carlton, wasn't it? I thought it was about the Carlton.
No, I
I
heard
thought
that
that
about
was a
Backpack
Backpack
Kid.
Kid. Is that about
just
Backpack Kid?
driving here. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm probably thinking of the exact same thing you
Yeah.
guys are. I'm just mixing.
I
the
think
story.
Carlton is actually legit upset.
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
they're
Carlton's
taking
been, I think, on about this stuff for a bit, so.
That's his name. That's the name of the character in the show, right? I never
Yes.
watched
Yeah.
Fresh Prince.
this. Oh man, you need to watch Fresh
Not
Prince.
fresh
very-
enough.
it's very
they didn't,
good.
They didn't let me.
No, I guess so.
Yeah, okay.
I forgot about the
I get
gatekeeping.
that.
Too uncool.
Some-
Yeah. it was very harsh back in the early 90s.
As the man who just walked into that community, no questions asked, I did not experience any problems, but
Actually, you're probably too young for Fresh Prince.
I was probably definitely not watching it when its original
yeah.
airing, but I was very, I love that show growing up.
Younger than I'm the youngest one in this room right now. Wow, that almost never happens.
You're not younger than me by much, though, are you?
I'm only 28. Wait, what year is
I'm
it?
28.
I'm
2018.
27. I'm almost 28. A couple months away from 28.
Yeah. And I'm a couple months, I'm 3 months away from 29, so.
We were actually talking about that. I went to a Christmas party yesterday. Well, I shouldn't say a Christmas party. I went to a Festivus party yesterday.
Non-denominational.
Yes, and we were talking about how old everyone is, and as always, I was the oldest in the room.
The curse.
Yes, indeed.
And a blessing.
But yeah, we were talking about how often do you actually remember how old you are? Because every time somebody asks me how old I am, I have to think for a second. It's like,
born in this year.
hold on, what
20.
what part of the year is it? And have I had a birthday yet? And okay, now I can answer the
When did
question.
that start, do you think?
Probably always.
For
Yeah.
me, it's
Yeah.
like 30s.
Yeah, because-
Actually, 34 in particular, because anytime anybody ever asks me how old I am, I'm like, I turned 34 in October.
I think it's one of those things where when you're in your 20s, you're so happy that you're not a teenager anymore that you keep real good track.
Take pride in your
You
age.
take pride in how
Yeah.
old you are, and then as soon as you hit 30, then it's kind of just it's not a big deal anymore, right?
Yeah.
And birthdays mattered when you were younger. Like, oh, I'm 18 now. Now I can drink
Yeah.
and buy a gun and vote or whatever.
Yeah, we don't
Oh,
have
I'm-
another meaningful one until 65
yeah, exactly. I'm 21. I can go do that shit in the States. And that's all that matters.
I am having a big issue lately with, just right when someone asks me how old I am, I keep saying 26.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'm 28. I don't know why I said 26. And it is certainly not a worried about my age thing. It is literally that is my age in my head.
Yeah,
Maybe I just got asked that more times when I was 26 than any other year of my life. But now that's just how I answer the question regardless.
26-year-old trapped in the body of a 28-year-old.
That's right.
I wonder what's going to be like when you're 50.
26. How old are you, sir? 26. I mean, 50. I don't know why I said that.
Yeah, weird. Whoops. Respawn is hiring for what is likely another Titanfall game, apparently.
Yes.
Yeah, even though Titanfall 2 didn't sell great.
Why do we think it's likely another Titanfall game?
Because back in October, they announced in an earnings call that they're... So we know they're working on Star Wars Jedi, Fallen Order.
I'm more excited about that.
Oh,
one
I am
than
so
anything.
excited about whatever that is. But they said they're working on something else. And recently, last week, in fact, a load of job postings went up for a Titanfall project. A number of job postings that would be more than just for like maintenance of a game that is 2 years old at this point, and their last major update was over a year ago.
Yep.
So they're probably not getting they're probably the sales of Titanfall 2 and the fact that they haven't done shit with it since last year. They're probably not going to put out some like it's Titanfall 2.5. It's the $40 expansion or whatever.
Because no one's going to come back and play that.
No, and like Titanfall 2 sold like
would.
a third of what Titanfall 1. You just put a new game out at this point, I think.
Sure.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, as someone who liked Titanfall, I would not come back for a big multiplayer update, I don't think.
Neither would
I
I.
absolutely would.
Nah.
I was clearing stuff off just to install Hitman.
Yeah.
And I came up to Titanfall. I'm like, I'm gonna play this.
You make the cut. You stay in
play it.
Titanfall.
But I mean, I don't know. I didn't realize like Titanfall was not that successful because I liked it a
two
lot.
wasn't. It's very good.
Yeah.
I really liked it too.
Yeah.
It sold 4 copies on PC.
I always boot it up when I'm drunk and then realize I'm too drunk to play it because it's so fast.
I always think about going and playing the campaign again and then kind of never get around to it for
Yeah,
whatever reason.
it's one of those levels in that
That's
campaign
something you
was
could
really
probably
neat.
do on your stream.
Effect and Cause. That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
That time travel one,
Yeah.
I think, was called Effect and Cause.
Yeah, and you're like warping in between the worlds, and people are like,
Yeah.
soldiers are getting all freaked out because you're like, oh, where'd he go?
Oh, he's over there. Yeah. Fuck, that's so good.
It's really good.
You're like Nightcrawler, but cooler.
And then can't you like I think I'm getting games mixed up now. I was gonna say, can't you like bring people over with you and then they go insane? What video game am I thinking of?
Bioshock Infinite?
Yes,
Yeah.
it totally might be Bioshock Infinite.
The nose starts bleeding and
Yeah.
it tries to... The 2 Lutesses are the same.
Yeah,
Might be Bioshock
it
Infinite.
totally might be. I feel like most video games are in the background of my head being compared to Bioshock Infinite.
Yes, it's true. We got some details on Halo Infinite. Halo 6, basically. Not a ton. 343 is... So, apparently they're making a brand new engine, which I think they said at E3 when they showed that, like, oh,
It certainly looked new.
yeah, it's Infinite. Here's this weird-looking Master Chief. So, because they're designing that new engine, apparently we might not see this game until 2020. They're going to do...
Next-gen systems.
It could be. This is a good candidate for one that straddles both.
Probably launches with the new one. That'd be
No,
nice.
Halo never did that, did it? That would make a lot of sense. Like, yeah. it's a marquee Microsoft franchise.
Yeah.
It is the one that consoles have launched with. It would line up very well. 4-player split screen, which I haven't realized. Yeah, I haven't realized it hasn't been in. When was the last Halo game with 4-player? ODST for sure.
I feel like a lot of them.
3 for sure.
Three
Yeah, I
had
wonder
it,
when they
yeah.
got away. Maybe 4.
Might have
4, I
just
don't
been
know.
4.
I haven't even thought about that in a long time. Apparently, this one's gonna have local 4-player split screen, which is cool.
Why would you want to though?
It's one of those things that maybe I'm just in a unique group of people, but every year for Extra Life at my company where I've done it in the past, everyone gets together on like 2 TVs and does 2 4-player split screen connected for 8 people, and it's a ton of fun.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I just don't know if are a lot of people in the situation where they want to get people together in the same room and do that in a time where you can now just do it all online.
That's what I'm thinking. And
I
then
don't
like
know. It's
then-
always nice to have the option.
then you're minimizing like screen space for yourself.
Takes you back. It's a
but
nostalgia thing, right?
Nowadays, the screen you're playing on 4-player split screen is probably bigger proportionally than the screen you played Halo 1 on.
Yeah.
right?
Certainly better
Probably
resolution.
totally true, yeah. I don't know. I like it. As a man who played 4-player Combat Evolved, like original Halo split screen, fucking A. Let's do it.
But then also as a man who hates playing 4-player Rocket League split screen,
Yeah,
I can see why you wouldn't want to do
I'd
it.
way rather play Halo than.
I think I would too. I think it lends
Yeah.
itself better because
I mean, whatever.
you got to be able to see a lot of shit to play Rocket League. But
I think it's cool. It's there. I can almost guarantee I will at some point do it at least with one other person, half and half. Almost always, I find myself in that situation with Halo games.
don't screen camp.
Don't screen cam.
sheet.
No, fucking put that tape the cardboard to it. Get a blanket. Tape a blanket to the bottom half, and
Yeah,
one
one person
person
goes
sits
on down,
underneath.
yeah.
And Remember when PlayStation had those TVs that were like, I'm gonna wear a pair of glasses and you're gonna wear a different pair of glasses and we're both gonna see two different screens on the same TV?
Yeah, with their 3D technology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did those exist?
I remember we talked about it, but
Did anyone-
I
one
don't
ever-
think it ever got off the ground.
Never heard of this in my life.
No. So it's their 3D TVs, right? And I guess we're playing on the same thing, but one pair of glasses would only see like my screen, right? And then yours would only see your screen. So we're essentially using the entire screen to play.
Was it because the glasses were different, or was it
Yeah.
the angle you were
Yeah.
sitting at was different?
No, it's like the shutter speed and one. It's
Yeah.
like
Oh,
one of
I
them
see.
is at whatever hertz. And I don't know
Right.
if that stuff
and
works.
it's just
but-
flickering in between the two?
Yeah. Well, no. Well, so if I'm wearing the glasses, I only see my screen.
No, I know, but is that what the screen is doing if you
No,
didn't
yeah,
have
the
glasses
screen is
on?
probably
imagine so.
just
I
fucking
guess.
losing its mind
Yeah.
the whole time.
I have no idea.
It's destroying your TV.
You go blind if you look at it without the glasses. So
Well, that's probably why that didn't get off the ground.
Yeah.
Blown up TVs.
yeah. Last story I have: Life is Strange 2, Episode 2 is out on January 24th. It's called Rules. Woo! Because it's gonna rule.
That rules.
Life is Strange rules.
That's a long time in between, isn't it?
Yeah, quite. When was the last
I
one?
want to say it's like 3 months. I
That's
wanna say
quite-
it's
quite a
solid.
long
This
time.
is
Yeah.
It's
3
like
months.
early November,
quite a long time. Yeah, I saw the poster.
late October.
Yeah.
Well, they show a character in the.
Actually, I think
Poster
I think
that-
it was October because we were talking about how many good things were coming out in October.
Yeah. Sounds like
That
something
might
I'd
be.
say.
That might be right. Yeah, it's a great month, October. Yeah, I saw it. There's a. If you see any imagery about this, I'll say no more. But
Okay.
you'll see. You'll be like, oh,
Oh, interesting.
yes, indeed. And that's it. That's all the news.
I know we talked about talking about this game, but we never did.
We talked about talking about it.
No.
Like,
Well,
what do you
I don't
mean?
think we talk about this game until we play all the episodes.
Are we going to save it until the end?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
Well, I'm playing them as they come out,
Me too.
but
Yeah, me too.
we
And
would
that-
save,
that-
I think we'd save the podcast till the end.
Yeah, and that might be a year from now though if they keep
Yeah. at
3
this
months
pace.
Depending
between
on
them.
the
Though,
pace,
so.
Keep pacing it like this.
That sucks.
By the time it's out and finished, we'll forget what happened in every episode.
Yeah.
Is this game of the year this year or game of the year when it's finished?
I don't remember
It
what
can
our
qualify for both.
I don't remember what our fake rule sets say.
It's going to win.
I
It's going to
think
win
finished.
both.
I think
I
it
think
is
it's finished.
finished, isn't it?
Because, like,
Especially a game like this, why would you want to
Yeah, maybe it
consider
shits the bed
before-
on the end.
yeah, if the
right?
first two episodes are really good and they came out this year.
and then
or
Telltale
whatever,
goes out of business, it's like,
And
well,
then, yes.
that
How's
game
that
is
for credibility?
boom. That game is for sale again, exclusively on the Epic Store now. Telltale's Walking,
The Walking
Dead,
Dead.
the final season. Yep.
For sale again?
Yep. Yeah. Go out there finishing it. So if you want to buy it, I haven't. I am going to get back in there and see.
Is it still
How it
the
all-
same price, or did they make any changes?
I don't know. I think it's the same price.
Yeah.
I don't have the answer to that question.
I would laugh so hard if it was like $10 more expensive.
The enhanced edition, enhanced with the final 2 episodes, and then I just pulled a bunch of like some of my favorite news stories that we saw. I thought this was the last show of the year, was why I pulled all these. But fuck me, I guess we'll do it here anyways.
Hey, you never know. It still might be.
It still might be.
Yeah.
You're right. None of us may make it home.
I hope I make it home. I really do.
This was the year of Fortnite. Did it? I believe it came out this year. I believe it came out of early access. I believe Fortnite could be our game of the year.
Oh shit!
Oh,
I think
well,
this is
I
the
might
year.
just
Did
have
it
to
really?
rewrite my list.
I think so. Yeah.
If that's true, then
This-
we can dust this New Year's show off already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was the
Hang
year.
it out right now.
Best dance. This was the year that it became the most popular game on Twitch, for sure, which usually goes hand in hand with release. Because last year it was PUBG, apparently.
Yeah,
What has
that's really-
happened? What a hard swing in the
Yeah,
space of
that
no
was a
time.
huge swing.
Yep.
I remember when I thought PUBG was going to be the biggest battle royale game of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
That was the
paced.
one.
It was
was-
unbelievely popular.
It
for
ought to have been.
a
I
long
remember
amount
when
of
we
time,
all
yeah.
thought that.
That was the one I was waiting for, and when it got announced just for Xbox, I was fucking crestfallen.
He came out okay in the end. It all
Yeah.
worked itself out in the wash.
I played Fortnite for a while, and I'm like, oh, this is such a kid's game. I want to play PUBG with all these guys.
all the grown-ups.
Yeah.
This will never catch on.
Yeah. This was the year that Sony finally allowed PSN name changes. So I wrote this story down. I don't know if we ever talked about the like rigmarole that you have to go through, or like
The
I should pull
rigmarole
up-
that you are in afterwards.
Yes,
Yeah.
really
the
more
things
so.
that you make yourself liable to by changing your PSN name. I'm gonna try and find it because it is insane.
And just all the risk that's associated with it.
I have a good PSN name. It's my last name, which I think is maybe a security risk.
Yeah, mine is also my last name.
I want to change my name. I haven't really looked into this, though.
I thought Aguilar.
Swag.
Aguilar and then a
oh.
number.
No, it's Swagger Aguilar, and my last name's associated.
Well,
No,
Yeah, we all have our names on
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Not me.
Kevin.
and Kevin, whose real last name? Let's call him Kevin T. Priest.
Yes.
Yeah.
His real last name that we can't unveil. Also has his in. Okay, the PlayStation Network ID changes. Okay, here we go. Important. Before changing your ID online. Not all games and applications for PS4, PS3, PS Vita, and other PlayStation systems support the online ID change feature.
That sounds like a good case to stop reading right
Stop
there.
it right there.
Yes. If you change your online ID, you may lose access to content, including paid-for content that you have acquired for your games, including content like add-ons and virtual currency. You may lose your progress within games, including game save data, leaderboard data, and progress towards trophies. Parts of your games and applications might not function properly, both online and offline. Your previous online IDs may remain visible to you and other players in some places.
Sweet.
Yeah, first change is free. So,
I'll end on a high note, I guess.
Yeah, first change is free, and then when you realize how bad of an idea it was, and then you have to spend $40 to change your name back to what it was before to fix all that shit.
No, so I think one of the things is you can never, ever get that name back. If you change off your PSN name now, that thing is gone forever.
Oh shit.
Like, it's archived. No one can have it.
That thing is, it can really never be changed, and this was the closest they can get to. The part where it says, you may lose access to content seems real fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real fucked. But you can do it if you want. If you put a company name in your...
That just seems like something like people have been asking for it for years,
Yeah.
generations, really, console generations, and they're like, "Well, this is gonna fuck everything up. There's why it's not."
And
happening.
no one really
And then-
believed them.
And then finally, it's like, "Fine, you guys can have it. Here,
This is
but-
what you wanted!
Yeah, but
Leave us alone.
you might lose all your games."
So fucked.
It's fascinating to think of how different they must have built their architecture in there than Xbox. And Xbox is just like, change as many times as you want, $10
Yeah.
every time. We don't fucking care. And then they're like, oh, we get backwards compatibility. When we get around to it, there isn't anything that we can't put on the Xbox One. And PlayStation's like,
It's gonna talk to your fridge. Cell processors.
put the Blu-ray in your freezer and it'll pop up on your store.
That was the thing. Remember, every appliance in your house was gonna have a cell processor in it, and they were gonna combine. I'm playing a really intense video game, so the fridge is gonna help me render, and the microwave is gonna take care of the physics calculations.
I was thinking about that, and remember the whole folding at home thing,
Yeah.
where it's folding proteins or whatever to cure cancer.
It was like a blockchain before
I don't know.
blockchain existed.
I don't know. I don't even understand what the fuck they were trying to do, but I was like, talk about being up your own ass. They were like, well, our system can cure cancer, or is curing cancer as we speak.
I think the headlines "PlayStation cures cancer" was.
Oh, yeah.
I remember seeing that
Yeah,
somewhere.
like, holy.
Telltale Games closed down. That was a big news story. That was pretty recent this year, but that was a big one that I'm sure we will. Well, we probably won't. It's a huge crazy thing for the
There's
industry.
another studio that closed down, didn't they? What happened with Visceral?
Was that
I don't know if they closed down
this
but
year? The fine folks who brought us Star Wars Battlefront 2?
Yeah.
I think that might have been last year they
Maybe.
got shuttered.
Okay. Never mind.
The Telltale one I pulled because it was overnight. It was
Right.
overnight with a
Yep.
game half finished.
And studio with many games that we've talked about on this show
Yes.
and liked on this show, and give Game to the Year awards too.
Similar to that, Cliffy B said he's never making another video game.
I'll believe it when I see
We're
it. Cliffy.
free.
We,
They'll make
uh,
more video games.
Me and Warren went down a no pun intended rabbit hole and got into
Because he made Jazz Jackrabbit.
yeah, and we started watching
Nice.
Jazz Jackrabbit. Jazz Jackrabbit footage because it was kind of just on the fringe of both of our memories growing up.
Yep.
And so we watched a whole bunch of it, and then it was like, oh, this thing's dumb and neat and a lot like Sonic. And
Like Sonic.
and then the credits were rolling, and it said Cliffy B, and I'm like, oh, Cliffy B made this game.
I vividly remember playing Jazz Jackrabbit.
Yeah, no, I wasn't I didn't play enough of either Sonic or it for it to really be top of mind, but I think I played a little more Sonic.
Yeah.
I think everyone played a little more Sonic.
No, I never played. Didn't
I played a lot of Sonic.
didn't have a Sega. Didn't
I
have a Sega growing up.
I didn't have a whatever Jazz Jackrabbit was on either.
PC,
Yeah,
computer.
didn't have that. Didn't know how to boot up the DOS thing.
No.
I remember
command line.
doing that I remember being like 4 or 5 years old, and I probably couldn't do it now.
I think I could boot up Wacky. Do you remember Wacky Wheels? It's like Mario Kart, but
Maybe. It sounds
Not-
familiar.
there are animals on cars.
Crazy, you guys. I don't even know what games these are.
Me neither.
What is it? What's that pinball game that was on Microsoft Windows?
Microsoft Pinball.
Yeah.
That's the one I remember.
Yeah, I played a lot of that. When we got our first XP machine, our first Windows 2000 machine, played a lot of pinball. My dad played like 100,000 games of Spider Solitaire or something insane like that.
Oh,
Just
that was a great game.
crushed. The one where like it had like 8.
Yep.
And then when you got all the cards would fucking bounce all over the screen, cascade
Sweet.
everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
That's a good reward.
yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Now pick all these cards up, motherfucker.
Growing up, it was Chips Challenge,
Oh yeah.
Tetris, and then I got some like stack of demos.
The Whiz Kids. Like
It was like an airport one where you had like luggage going everywhere, and you were trying to sort the luggage by like putting different like gates and everything in, and I have no idea what that's called. And then a game that I remember what it's called. It was called Hunter Hunted, and I can't remember anything about it. Good. So I remember a title, but no gameplay, and gameplay, but no title.
CDs from do you ever like cereal box CDs?
I don't think I got any.
I
I probably threw them
I
out.
remember them being okay. I remember getting a Cabela's hunting game in a box of cereal one time. I was like, this is kind of, God, this is all right.
Yeah.
I'm too young to know if this is good or not.
Ski free. You play some
Ski free, yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Always heard like I know 15 different alleged ways to make the
to get away from
make the
snowman,
Yeti
abominable
show up
snowman.
or not show up or
Yeah.
get him into the snow grader thing and
Question about Jazz Jackrabbit.
Uh-huh.
Was it Cliffy B back then?
It was
or was
Cliffy
it
B.
Clifford
I think no.
Clifford Blazinski?
And
Mr. Huge.
I think
Yeah.
he was in the credits maybe as Cliff Blazinski.
Speaking of being up your own
Yeah.
ass.
No, he
If you were-
didn't become Cliffy. He became Cliffy B in like
Gears of War.
Gears of
yeah,
War,
I think so.
yeah.
And like I remember him becoming Cliffy. I remember him ascending, becoming Cliffy B. Prima Games closed this year.
That's
I think it was like 28 or 20 or 29 years, something like that. They were quite the fucking establishment.
I don't know. But yeah.
I myself owned many a Prima guide over the years.
Anytime I bought a game from EB Games, like they sold me on that book.
When I went to pick up Red Dead, there was a big stack of Prima Red Dead guides right
How
beside.
big? How big? It was actually just one guide.
It was actually like it was about the size of the Skyrim book.
Oh
It
wow!
was about the same size as the Skyrim
Very
book.
small font.
Yeah. But yeah, I was looking at it and I'm thinking to myself, do I want to buy that? That company's
pretty funny
dead.
for me
There's
to
no
have.
point in buying it now.
If we, this was post knowing they were shutting down.
It might have been, I
I
don't
would have
know.
bought it. Just be like, well, it's the last. This is the last Prima guide I could
collector's
ever
edition
get.
now,
Or
right?
if that was the sale they needed.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I could have kept them in business, but I chose against it.
We only need to sell 6 a month to be able to keep this thing going.
Yeah. Spider-Man's Puddlegate.
Ugh.
Puddlegate was my favorite scandal this year.
Yeah.
I
Big fan of Puddlegate.
don't even know what that is.
It was the thing where they were originally showing gameplay footage that had a lot of puddles in it.
Yeah.
And then they showed gameplay footage, or at least screen captures, from later in the game where that same area had allegedly less puddles in it.
Ooh.
And people were like, well, it's because the game can't render the real-time reflections because they're lying. They're saying it looks better than it does. And their response was like, we got puddles everywhere, idiots. Like, shut up. It was really good.
They have that Ramsey Gate.
Raimi Gate.
Ramey Gate.
Ramsey
with
Gate.
Ramsey
with the
Gate.
suit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I don't really know I know people complained loudly at Insomniac until they
Until they put the suit from the 2002 Spider-Man in.
Yeah.
And people were complaining that they didn't care about their fans and getting super uppity on
so fucking
Twitter.
stupid.
Like
This-
real angry.
this
And then
is-
it came out and they probably think that they're like, we did it.
yeah, they're like,
we
if
properly threatened.
If we didn't scream at these people at this corporation who we claim that we love,
It was like physical,
Like, it was
personal
bad.
threats. Yeah, it was fuck. This year more than most. Maybe it's just because like I'm doing it full time now. This year has felt more than any other. Like the audience has complained loudly and gotten what they wanted a whole bunch this year, and I fucking hate that. It goes all the way back to changing the Mass Effect 3 and just
Mass Effect 3 ending wasn't bad.
No, it really wasn't.
It
But
wasn't bad.
Just play,
That's the
just play your
first-
games. Play your games. Shut your mouth.
That was the first example of this whole thing that I remember.
Yeah, me too. This year, I can't remember specific examples, but this, for whatever reason, this year has really felt like that a whole bunch.
I bet you we're gonna keep going that way. Like people will just have more of an internet voice now.
Yeah, and
for
companies
better and
companies
worse.
are totally given more. It's like Rainbow Six Siege did it, right? Where I thought the initial change was super offensive. Of their they want to put out their Chinese region version, which can't have like certain iconography, like no bones and no. They like had to clean up some like neon signs of like like a gentleman's club sign, stuff like that. I thought that initial change was super fucking insane. Of we're making one version for everyone, so everyone's getting this like watered down. We're ripping out a bunch of the assets for everyone. Everybody complained, and then they did it, and then everyone complained a whole bunch, and they're like, okay, fine, have it your way. We'll do the 2 versions, which. I'm happy we got our art. I don't even play Siege. I'm happy that we, the people, got our art back. But at the same time, like, fucking grow a spine a little bit. Like, I know you're beholden to your customer, but we got
It's a fine line.
Something's got to change. Yeah, we're saying like, put Ramey's suit in, or I'll kill you. Like,
All right,
that's where it's gotten to.
let's
which is fucked.
start a
Movement.
movement. We're gonna get a hold of the people at Rockstar.
Okay.
We're gonna tell them we need the horses to have wheels
Yes.
and rocket thrusters.
Yes. I was all ready to poo-poo on your upcoming plan until you explained it. And that is the only thing missing from that game.
Yes.
Is rocket horses that get me faster.
I bet online will have them.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
At least like a dune buggy or something.
Yeah. What are their gates? Rage 2. We saw Rage 2 this year. That's a weird thing I honestly never thought would happen.
Like saw the announcement for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saw it
Yeah.
existed and saw like that
And
it looks
it blew up a little
okay.
bit.
It looks like a well-playing game.
We saw a title card for a new Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah. We sure did, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did.
We got the
And
Fallout game that we all wanted so desperately,
Uh-huh.
76. Complete
yeah?
with Baggate and all. A lot of-
That
lot of
one
gates.
can be
A lot of
game of the
gates
year
this
That
year.
game was good.
Yeah. Baggate was like kind of... Puddlegate, nobody got hurt. Puddlegate was just good fun for everybody.
Sure.
Baggate, I feel super bad for anybody who...
Got
Got
swept up in Puddle
fooled.
or in Baggate.
Yeah, that sucks. 6 to 8 months to manufacture those bags. So after E3 next year, people might get their Fallout 76 bags.
But only if you buy the collector's edition after E3 next
yeah.
year.
Any other fond moments this year, gang?
Um,
Anything you can think of? I know it's hard to do it
I
on the
sort
spot
of
like
fell
this.
into the Death Stranding Metal Gear tie-in
Yeah,
again.
Yeah,
that was
like
good.
briefly, like just briefly.
Every time you think you're out, they pull you back in.
Yeah. I don't even know what it was, but jeez, it was just like a Reddit post that was just a little, like, just minorly associated with Hideo Kojima. Like they
So
mentioned
minorly,
something,
so minorly, of
and
like,
then reading through the comments, people are explaining like fucking Death Stranding and Metal Gear. I'm like, fuck, that would be sweet.
I'm out. I went all the way in and then came out of the pool and now I'm dry and I don't care about Death Stranding. I don't want to see anything about Death Stranding anymore. I bet that game's gonna be bad.
You're gonna step right into that pool before
Wow.
that game
Yeah,
comes
you're
out.
right. I know. Yeah, yeah. No, don't worry. As soon as the next trailer, when like, oh man, if you reverse the footage and like hold it up against a blue screen, he's got a bandana.
Yeah,
like
I think you are.
I'm so back in.
You are one person away from finding one more thing
It's
from
true.
being back in.
It's just I'm fatigued. I have Death Stranding fatigue.
There's a lot of
which is
reasons to
insane.
think that game will be bad, but then you're also like, well, it's Hideo Kojima.
I just
It's
don't
going to
think
be
it'll-
interesting
I
if
don't
it's
think
not good
it'll ever like come out in the form.
that we think it will.
Yeah, it'll be out like 5 years later. It'll be the Metal Gear 5. Not in that it'll be like half finished or anything, but it'll just be so incredibly different than what it was.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we'll ever see it. Like Star Citizen, I don't think we'll ever see it.
I hope we see Star Citizen.
It's never gonna happen. It's
Star
never gonna
Citizen
happen.
Is the other thing Bethesda's working on, right?
No, that's you're thinking of Starfield,
Oh,
Star, whatever
I'm
their
thinking
code
of the
name.
thing Oliver's thinking of.
Oh, I'm thinking of the crowdfunding made $2 million.
Oh yeah,
Mark
with
Hamill.
like the
Mark
modules
Hamill,
that you
Gary
plug
Oldman,
in.
yeah, modules, yeah.
I don't care about if that ever
I don't
comes
know
out.
what that is.
It's never coming out.
Starfield, I've convinced myself in my head is the Bethesda game I've been waiting for.
They're like, all they said it was in space. It could
That's
be
all
anything.
it needed.
It could be literally anything.
As long as it's in space.
It's
yeah.
a Katamari game.
If it's like, I'm just picturing it being in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
I'm just picturing it being like all their games except in space.
Did they say it was a new property? Were they like, yo, this is not the Elder Scrolls, this is not... I sort of thought it might be a Fallout game. I sort of thought Fallout might make a lot of sense. Not a lot of sense. You could take a Fallout game to space.
Sure,
You could make that
I
work.
like that. But I think it should be a new property because I would like to jump in at a
So
fresh
do I.
start on a ground floor.
They might have said it is. I think they've said it is, because otherwise
I
people
feel
be
like
like,
they
it's
would-
Prey. It's obviously Prey, right?
I feel like the Fallout, at the time that they announced that stuff, the Fallout name was in good enough standing that you would put the Fallout name on it
Yeah.
if it was associated with Fallout.
Maybe.
If that trailer had
Maybe.
came out right today,
No
I'd
way.
be like, it probably is a Fallout game, and they just took the title
No,
off of it.
I bet you don't. I bet you don't eat 76's lunch with like, we got a real Fallout game coming.
But I feel like they did a good enough job of being like, look at how we don't have anything to show of this game. It's clearly 20 years away.
Yeah, who knows? That was weird. I totally forgot about that. That was maybe the weirdest announcement, was them being like,
It was the back-to-backs of
yeah,
that and Elder
I
Scrolls.
mean, like, it's like, these are probably like 5 years out, but of course we're making them, so shut the fuck up.
Because, yeah, it was like everyone was talking about how that's what they wanted to see there. And neither of those games were ever... There's been, like, no work done on those, probably.
Yeah.
So they're like, let's just not let people say they didn't mention this.
Yeah.
Let's just put 2 random title cards up at the very
It was
end.
for the marks. It was
Yeah.
for the
It was
marks.
for the marks.
100%.
I marked out, and I don't even like fucking Elder Scrolls.
Todd had a great job.
It's not in space.
Todd the God.
Yeah, but then he put out Fallout 76.
I mean, did he?
don't
Did
know.
he? Were they just
I
like,
signed
Todd,
off on it.
Todd,
No.
we need you. You're the Fallout
rubber
guy.
stamped it.
Todd, we need you up there. You're our dude.
He picked the bags.
Yeah, he did. It's his fault.
This was also the E3 that we saw the whole thing in the barn, which was neat.
This was
That
the year
was
the
great.
This was the year the Quiet Man came out. We have to play the Quiet Man if we're gonna do categories, and if worst game is gonna be one of those categories.
Okay, if that's what it takes for us to get
we gotta
categories,
play.
I'll do it.
The Quiet Man is, from all accounts, so
Yeah.
spectacularly, incredibly bad that
I've
it
heard.
shouldn't. Like, it is amazing it exists.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know. I need to hate
wonder
play.
what
Play it
the
on
worst-
your stream. That's
yeah.
prime
It
shit.
costs money.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
I'm
buy
hoping.
it.
I'm hoping maybe you'll buy that one. So I got. Who wants to go halfers on the Quiet Man?
Well, maybe in 120 hours,
Yeah.
you'll hear back from Oliver
Yeah,
after he's done
listen,
this.
you guys. I'm ready for a palate cleanser.
IO Interactive and Hitman. Square Enix says no. The Quiet Man is
Yeah.
where we're investing.
That seems like a bad business decision.
It's huge in Japan.
In 2018, we got a Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer.
Oh yeah, shit, and it leaked.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 3 leaked in 2018.
Oh, is that game of your contender then?
It's not out. It's not out. If you can get us all a copy, we can maybe talk. Say, do you really want to put it against the stacked year that is 2018? You know, just let it crush 19.
Sure.
Yeah. Anybody else got any fond moments this year they can...
I don't remember anything
Sum
that
it up.
happened this year.
Brandon,
Neither do
you mentioned the E3 presentations, and I know that PlayStation one got shit on a lot, but I really liked it.
I like the part that they shit on maybe the most, which was that weird barn thing.
Yeah.
I really liked how it was like someone was like, you know, it'd be cool if we put everyone in the scene from this game. And I was like, hey, this is really cool. And then everyone on the internet was like, this is fucking stupid. You only showed 4 games.
I really liked.
Don't
their
come
whole-
back, Sony.
Yeah, this
And they
this
listened
could,
to him.
This could be the year. This could be Sony's last E3 conference.
Yeah, there's
could have been
that.
this year.
Just going back to that whole thing, I understand how it would have been stupid being on the floor there because there was a lot of like breaks and like shuffling people around.
Yeah.
But as like, again, like as it was presented on a live stream, I thought that was fucking
From the
cool.
comfort
Like,
of your couch.
Yeah.
yeah,
It was good.
it cut away from that live scene, and then it cut back into like this virtual world where you saw older Ellie.
And a virtual world that looks good enough that you're like,
Wait a minute. Is this?
Where are we?
Oh, it's the game.
That's neat.
There's a good moment like that at the beginning of Red Dead that you'll experience in but a few hours. I'm very excited for you. That's all I have to say, unless anyone has any last minute things they can think of.
2018 was a great year.
Yes.
Like Spider-Man, God of War.
Yeah, for games.
Yeah.
It's a very good year for games. That's right.
Yeah, it's for games, for
Yes,
games.
super good year. One of the strongest in a long time, I think. Yep.
Living memory.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
Was Was it the 8s that we always say like have always come out
2008 was a banger.
with the
98.
best games 98,
98 was a banger.
2008,
Yeah.
18.
18.
That's
Was
it.
it 98 or 97? Which year was
98's a good one.
Is it
Well,
whichever? It was
98's
whichever year
one
was
with
Half-Life.
MGS2
Yeah.
and
Half-Life,
Ocarina of Time and-
Ocarina,
Yeah. The 8s.
the 8s. See you in 2028.
Yeah,
Show's
Shut-
canceled.
Shut the show down
Yeah.
for 10 more years. Well, that's going to do it. Podcast at talkingreckless.com is an email address. You can write in to the show here, or you can drop those on the subreddit, r/talkingreckless. Again, the Game of the Year show, February the 2nd, 2 p.m. Book the Sunday off after. Grab your fireball. God help us. We'll maybe think of some categories. I don't know.
It would be fun and stupid.
It would be fun and stupid.
Yeah.
And that's my brand, you know?
That's
fun
right.
The whole
and
point
stupid.
The whole point of the show is fun and stupid.
It's
Yeah.
true. Join me on twitch.tv/Talking Reckless Podcast. I'm on there every day, including Christmas. Maybe we'll see you for a couple hours on Christmas. Otherwise, that's it. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Kevin, thank you so much for joining us for another great year of, assuming we don't make the next show, podcasting.
Yes, thank you, and Merry Christmas to you.
Oliver Aguilar,
Merry Christmas, boys.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. And Brandon Lynch.
Yes, and a happy new year to
Yes.
2019.
To 2019, and to you at home. Have a great holiday. We'll see you here in 1 week. It'll be New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Well, see you then.
Losers. Good.
Good.
Just run the podcast. Give us a week off, man.
No.
Yes.
No weeks off. No weeks off.
whip.
No weeks off.
We can talk about Red Dead. I'll have some Red Dead thoughts.
The Eads Ventures Guild is coming back in 2019.
Yes.
When is it? The 30th would be when we record? They're saying in a boats there?
A week,
31st.
yeah.
30th would be a week today.
Yeah, so probably
Okay.
30th or 29th or no. I have a
I could conceivably.
oh,
do a
wedding
show
on one of
the
those
30th.
days.
Yeah, so could I probably.
Friday?
Saturday's the wedding.
Saturday? I got a wedding on Saturday, apparently.
I could probably do the 30th on Sunday, maybe.
Good.
Word.
Good. I'm gonna turn off this stream. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. We'll be on. We're back to business as usual tomorrow, regular time. You doing own a place tomorrow?
Probably not.
No?
Mm.
No.
Tis a season to
Doing-
not do the things that you usually do.
Doing O plays? O plays Red Dead.
No.
Well,
You should. I'd watch that.
I'm not. No.
all right.
You have to wear a cowboy hat, though.
Yeah, it's all part of the experience. I'll be on regular time tomorrow. I don't know what we're playing, but we'll see you then. Thank you very much. Too sweet. Also, listen to us on iTunes or Spotify or somewhere. If you don't,
Stitcher.
watching this live is the least convenient way to watch it. But thanks for being here.
Just let it play through on something.
Yeah. Just always leave it open. That's right. Just always let it play. Yeah, we're everywhere. If you didn't know, seriously everywhere. Google Play, Spotify, iTunes. Name a podcast place, we're there. We're not on iHeartRadio.
Stitcher.
We are on Stitcher, yeah. We're not on iHeartRadio because you have to fucking there's a money gatekeeping.
Really?
Yeah, you got to know someone, which I might. So we might be on iHeartRadio soon. I'm trying.
I haven't even heard of that one. Like nobody's on that
I
one.
don't know. That's the one they broadcast
pay money
on
on.
CTV or
Oh,
on.
It's like I think you listen to like local radio through it, like
Yeah.
The Bear and.
It's the one they always advertise on the radio station here. So it's super important for us to be on
Okay,
it.
well,
You just get all
sure.
that free advertising.
I
from
actually
them.
didn't know that it was something that like lended itself to like an archived system.
Yeah, it's just. I mean,
Not,
it's just,
I just didn't know.
yeah, it's just a reader of the thing. Anyways, ta for now, everybody. We'll catch you tomorrow.
Beastcast is gonna